Alright. This is episode 33. Is it 33? Episode 33 of Pokerole. I double checked. It is indeed. We are underway. Slightly late today, but that's okay. Hey, all rhymes. What the hell? Oh yeah, by the way, check this out. Tubby has a new picture.
Yeah.
Or rather, Ralph does.
Man.
Drawn by Kyrio.
Yep, got the awesome tie I got from the Mr. Mime. And sweet feathered.
You look very dapper. I like it. It's a good look. Kyrio could draw anything and make it cute. I didn't even really care for Munchlaxes, but I drew this and I'm like, yes, this is very cute. I mean, I like Ralph, don't get me wrong, but I'm not huge on Munchlaxes in general. Now the whole party has a Pokerole card. This is true. Nicely done, Kyrio.
Wonderful.
Well, whole party looks towards Lizard's sheet. Granted, let's see. I guess this would be a good time to ask for a recap, because I can't actually remember. I don't think Lizard's come with us on this one. Zeal doesn't have a sheet. Oh, no. Oh, do one for the NPC members. Oh, boy. I mean, I guess Lizard and Zeal would be fucking... That'd be something, wouldn't it? A Zeal... Oh, my God.
You can't even count him. He's temporary.
He's part of your team.
Temporarily.
No, this is not a temporary arrangement.
It's temporary. As long as he lives.
We're not gonna, like, tie him up and, like, take him back to the bride.
Use him as bait.
Alright, well, let's...
Knock on the door and run away.
Well, shall we engage a recap?
That would probably be wise. So, last time, I believe... What all did happen? A lot happened.
Quite a lot.
Yes, quite a lot. You all...
This thing happened.
Yes, that thing did happen. I believe we started last session with you all...
Oops.
In your rooms.
I forgot to hit loop.
So you all started...
It's fine.
Yes,
I can
loop
fix
would
it.
be good.
I can casually fix
So
it.
you all sort of started off with what was supposed to be a normal day. Sort of. It's still in sea spray. But essentially what was supposed to be a day where, you know, there were no impending events or things where you could earn money aside from jobs. So you all went about doing your various tasks. Ralph went to go do research with Mawile and flirt. Riley... Riley, went to train with Lizard. The Lizard is very skittish, understandably, after what had happened. And actually found a Blaziken. So he could start learning Blaze Kick.
It's taking me this long.
I mean... Blaze Kick is Blaziken's signature move. What did you expect?
I mean to find the Blaziken, but okay.
Both.
Lazy ass chicken.
Not a lazy-ass chicken, just not there.
Lazy ass chicken.
Anyway, I don't quite remember all that Brooke did. I think Brooke took a relaxing swim.
Vortigoldine.
Hmm?
Vortigoldine.
Oh, right. Brooke got breakfast by eating a Goldine. And oh goodness, that's cute.
I didn't show this off last session, though. It's a good introduction to this one.
Why does Riley look like he's having a nap?
I mean, he's not having to hold anybody up, so why not? You've been through a lot, Riley. Take a nap.
Honestly, Riley deserves a nap. He deserves a vacation, like a proper vacation, not this vacation. This vacation's the worst vacation.
I don't think Brooke is strong enough to hold you all to swim to the island.
Look at his face, Brooke's face.
He looks really upset.
And Tucker went to work.
Mm-hmm. And then there's a lot of food. There's a lot of food, interactions with other pooch. Late. A glimpse I wrote the Nobe wrote the Nobe read because it was too long, etc.
TLDR, Light basically took Tucker on a date at work.
I'm Josh, you guys. I know some of you read it. That was more self-deprecating humor there.
Well, yes, at some point, while you all are away from the hotel, there's an explosion at the hotel. And Brooke, being the closest, was first to respond. And then Riley and Lizard, if I'm recalling right.
Mm-hmm.
And then Ralph and Tucker came after.
Mm-hmm.
A pair of explosions ended up rocking the Hotel Ilomo, panicking many of the Pokemon still within it and forcing them to flee. Though somehow Rise managed to sleep through all that. Don't underestimate a cat that has not had their coffee.
Explosion. There we go. Recap.
I mean, it wasn't that catastrophic, but...
So, Car, when can I have my D&D DM notes back that you've clearly stolen for this?
What?
This isn't the first time that Riley's fought a zombified Shaymin flying around attempting to blow up a town.
I'm not sure it's
Okay,
zombified. That's really interesting that happened, though.
Okay, you know what? If I were gonna zombify any grass Pokemon, it would have to do with fungus, because Cordyceps.
Okay, so also, that happened, so don't steal that either, please.
So, yeah, you get off your pedestal, sir.
Stop
That's
trying
my
to climb
pedestal.
up it. Get up.
It's my pedestal.
How do you even climb? Don't have hands. Get out of here.
I jump.
I'll freaking bap you.
I'll just jump on your head. Anyway, it soon became apparent that this assailant, the so-called floral terrorist that had been detonating, I suppose you could call it grass-type bombs, all around the city over the past week and even before our intrepid team of explorers had arrived for their what was supposed to be a vacation.
Worst vacation ever.
I mean, you say that.
Oh, Ralph's been enjoying the vacation.
At least somebody has. There's been a lot of plot development over the past few in-game days. But yes, a Shaymin came out of the violet poisonous clouds that were coalescing about the explosion sites. And I believe it was Tucker and Prince Zeal who went into the hotel to help rescue people and generally alert Rise that people need rescuing.
I think Ralph also did that. But yes.
Did Ralph also do this? Am I
Ralph
kidding?
is the one who actually talked to Rise.
Oh, right. That's right. Tucker and Zeal went to rescue people. Ralph woke up Rise and initiated easy-mode-rescue.exe.
Power of Shadows.
The power of shadows compels you. Meanwhile, Riley and Brooke stayed outside and decided to fend off a decidedly less than sane Shaymin, who certainly didn't look all that particularly healthy, even for a Shaymin. Because, for those that do not know, Shaymin consume pollution in a sort of odd version of photosynthesis and purify it.
Mm-hmm.
This is not exactly the same. This individual was manipulating some sort of venomous mist to defend and to attack. And when it was clear that nobody in the vicinity was getting their point, considering they were acting very much the eco-terrorist, they decided to use a seed flare, which several party members joined in on trying to encapsulate the Shaymin to prevent the seed flare from causing too terribly much damage, considering how much it had charged up. It was something of a mildly futile effort, I could say. Considering the Shaymin broke free and the explosion still caused a relatively large portion of beach to become forest, after a sense.
Mm-hmm.
And unfortunately for, well, Brooke and Riley. Wow, words please, thank you. Thank you. Unfortunately for Team Cheer, they ended up being requested by Rise and Pangoro to deal with the issue, or at least see if they could talk down the Shaymin. Considering most of the pioneers were suddenly swept up in evacuation and triage efforts, for obvious reasons. And since leaving a bunch of pioneers leaderless is a bad idea, they had to stay on shore instead of taking care of it themselves. Like they would want to.
If I recall, Pangoro was rather resistant to sending us, but...
Yes, but they also forced you guys to leave Zeal and Lizard behind.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and the precious, beautiful Mawile, she could not go with.
Yeah, Mawile wasn't exactly...
happy.
Yeah, she wasn't exactly happy at being forced to stay, but...
Somewhat understandably, she is strong, at least from what we've seen in the past game. But,
her general thought process is, I've been through a lot worse. I would be fine. What the heck are you talking about?
Thing is, though she may be strong, she's not really meant to be a fighter either, at the same time.
Yeah. She's not a fighter, but she is strong via experience.
Mm-hmm.
Besides that, her expertise is in research, so they're going to be using her to research some of those seeds that you collected from the blast site.
Yes, including the one that Tucker probably shouldn't put in his mouth. Since they kind of explode too.
After all, final saves not to turn evil.
Oh no. You mean the seed that Rise demonstrated probably could have also exploded
Yeah.
and not made plants, but just exploded?
I mean, as a quadruped, putting it in his mouth to pick it up is necessary, but after saying that, he didn't... It's very good he didn't chomp down on it by accident or something.
But yes, Rise also noted that that's odd, and mentioned something along the lines of, normally Shaymin seeds create plants proportional to the pollution that they have ingested. But this would mean that the Shaymin is reaching their limit. So you all were sent to the docks, and each of you is going to be supplied a pechaberry.
Okay.
I may need to be... Oh, I am promoted. Where's... Hang on. Berries! Because I know I didn't give you all pechaberries before.
Somebody will have to hold on to Tucker's, because Tucker already has plenty of berries.
Yes, you have lum berries, so you're fine.
Lums don't make you glum, I'll say that much.
I'll give 2 to Ralph.
This is fine. Though we might eat them. Didn't Rise detonate one of the seeds? Yes, and there were 2. So the other one's going to be investigated. Rise, I think Shadow Scythed it, and it exploded. Or something like that.
I think he may have used Night Slash or something.
Yeah.
I did not specify the move, I just know he attacked it.
Night Slash is a Shadow Scythe, as far as I'm concerned.
Had to slip away for a bit. I'm back now. I might slip again for...
Well, stop slipping around. What do you do? What are you, covered in butter? It's Ralph, so maybe.
No, I already did it all.
Not surprising. It's fine. We're just doing the recap. And you're holding 2 of our Pisha berries. So that's really the main thing you need to know right now. We are getting supplies.
And yeah.
We're actually fairly well supplied.
Yeah. And it should be recapped that Ralph gave Mawile a kiss before he headed out on this perilous adventure.
She's gonna kill you. I hope you've accepted this.
Alright.
On that note, I also remember that numerous of our party did pep up about being willing to do the mission, including Tucker. Because, in Tucker's mind at least, he was like, well, this is more a diplomacy thing. We're not necessarily fighting. Because Tucker is optimistic.
You all did try diplomacy. It didn't exactly work the first time, but
True.
you're all free to keep trying.
Diplomacy and scout. We're mostly it's a scouting mission.
Look at what happened last time we did a scouting mission. Anyway.
Wait, how much of that was Riley's fault though?
What happened last time? We investigated a whole section of the ruins and I got possessed. That's what happened last time we did a scouting mission.
I just remember, it's a very Riley thing to say, like, alright, let's go on ahead. Let's check this out.
What was your idea to explore the whole area?
Well, tit for tat.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Brooke is holding the lucky egg in his bag. Who wants to have the lucky egg?
I'll take it.
That's a good point. I forgot
to give it to a lizard, but Lizard's not here.
When did Lucky Egg, was that a reward for
One extra experience every combat.
Was that for winning the tournament? I can't remember.
Yes,
Yeah.
that is for winning.
Oh yeah, I was just wondering where it came from. I kind of forgot.
Yeah, I'll take it. I'll give it to a Lizard when we get back.
You should put it on.
Yeah.
Okay, well I don't even have it. Hold on, where is it? Okay, that's slowly moving. That's an escape orb. Lucky egg. Okay, I will just put that down. Thanks.
There you go. Now,
Thank you.
Yay, one extra experience.
we will start with all of you in transit to the small nearby island that you were directed to.
Wait, Kyrio asked a question.
Oh. Can I get the escape orb from storage? Yes, you may.
Alright.
I will start you all off. You are currently in transit. You have been given a raft.
Yay, raft!
And a set of oars. Yes, a raft and a set of oars.
Who knows how to row?
I'll do it. Canonically, Riley can row.
I guess The Pokemons with arms gotta do this.
Do you know what you're doing?
Tucker looks embarrassed.
But yes,
stick it
am.
in the water, and I pull back, and I lift it up, and I stick it in the water.
I assume,
says,
does it have the aura supports? You know, those little rings on the side, so you can just have them
No, it
sitting
does
there?
not.
Oh, that
This
makes it
is
more awkward.
rudimentary stuff. It's all they could spare. Also, Brooke is saying they can pull it or push it.
That's
While
true.
you guys are in transit, you can talk and discuss amongst yourselves and roleplay and things. I'm going to grab some pizza before it gets cold.
Okay.
Now this is an adventure on the open seas.
Have we decided who's actually rowing?
Well, it kind of sounds like I think the best plan if Brooke wants to do propulsion, probably pushing would be easier, Brooke. But also, if somebody rode at the same time, wouldn't that just make more speed?
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Riley's on one side, Ralph's on the other. And, to make this a real high seas adventure, just like we're pirates.
Were we given a map actually?
We could see the island. We don't
Okay,
need
yeah.
a map.
All right. Tucker will try to make himself useful by staying in the front and keep an eye on that island. And not that it's gonna go anywhere probably, but it's gonna make sure we're going the right way.
Yeah, you're lookout. And Ralph will sing sea shanties.
Shut
What
up.
we do with the drunken sailor? What we do with
I
it?
punch him.
You can't. You're on the other side of the raft.
I take the oar out of the water and I slap you with it.
And then the raft starts spinning because he's the only one rowing until you slap him.
It doesn't spin that quickly.
I'm gonna fight you with my oar. Yeah, avast you, this you. You saw buckler.
I push him off the raft.
Shiver timbers. Pokemon over. You made me walk the plane.
You can come back on when you stop talking like an idiot.
Hey, oars in the water, Brooke complains.
Aye, aye, Captain. Yeah, I'll get back on. The raft probably tilts it as I push to get on. Back on, like.
Tucker just slides to the side that's raising up. Just kind of keeping it balanced. Besides, if we were pirates, we'd have commandeered a better ship. Brooke huffs as he
Commandeered.
pushes. Commandeered. I can't words. Brooke huffs as he pushes. That's true. We would have. Commandeered a whale lord or something.
Would have commandeered a ship.
Whalers are kind of ships.
Well, we have a dingy raft.
They're more ships than a raft.
We have the SS here. Well, actually, I think the first S stands for something we don't got. I don't remember though.
Oh boy.
So it's at least the S tier. Yeah, that's a good name for the boat. Or we could call it the S Small While in
No.
honor of our loved ones.
Our loved ones?
Don't even get started, okay? Just don't.
Okay, I'll just go back to the sea shanties.
Don't do that.
Oh, yo ho.
Well, name our ship after our team seems kind of bland, Brooke says.
Yes, Ralph it is.
Very humble.
I know.
Tucker ponders this for a moment.
Shake my head.
Tucker doesn't have much to say. He's just kind of pondering it and keeping an eye on the island. He's actually more interested in the island and trying to see if there's anything interesting about it, which may or may not exist. Too bad our DM isn't here to say.
Yeah. As well, we're like, okie dokie, so where was I? No, yet. Saving, studying with the rescue ranger, saving, studying with the rescue ranger. This is good.
Brooke, please do me a favor and knock me unconscious.
Tucker might occasionally bob to the song. It's a good beat.
Sing along, Brooke.
His tail just thumps
Good
into it
to
a
have
little
the
bit.
captain. The captain could sing this merry melody on the high seas.
Such a dork.
Oh, I'm gonna close one eye like a pirate, like I have an eye patch.
That doesn't equivalize an eye patch. Belay that first, mate. We need your rowing power, Brooke says with a chuckle.
Why can't your first mate? I want to be your first mate.
You can start by not singing.
Your first mate's gotta sing the sea shanties. How
Evidently, as the first mate, I'm not singing, and yet, here we are.
Gotcha, I'll make you at the plank.
Anyone else picturing Ralph singing sea shanties holding a bottle full of mead? Well, he does have a bottle.
He's drunk it already. He's probably wasted again.
Is there anything left in that bottle that he has? What is it again?
No, it's an empty bottle.
He has an empty bottle, but it's still a mead bottle, so I guess it kind of fits the look.
Yeah, I could swing it back and forth, pretending like I
Focus on rowing.
so legit.
Put the bottle
Probably. Oh, you know what we should do as I'm rowing? We should put a message in the bottle. Oh yeah, that's good.
You can be chief engineer, Ralph, Brooke says.
Yeah, okay, that sounds good. So yeah, we should put a message in the bottle and just like drop it in, and maybe it'll reach somewhere interesting.
Like the town we just left?
Yeah, maybe.
Where are we gonna get paper to put it in it, Brooke?
No, we don't have to do it now. We can do it when we get back.
Isn't littering part of the problem we were attempting to go talk to the Shaymin about?
It's a craft project. It's not littering.
It's littering. It's littering with a fancy name.
Are you sure you want to be littering when you're going to fight a shaman?
See?
Come on.
See? Gotta think these through, dummy!
Alright, DM, I was doing all the lines for Brooke, if you're wondering. I'll pass it back to you for that one, the new one, though.
It's literally littering, Brooke says.
Yeah, we'll put something fun on the message. Maybe we'll like
Still
put
littering.
instructions on how to like make a chair in the bottle, and then we'll cork it.
Anyways, what you missed was that Ralph was causing shenanigans with sea shanties, and then Riley wanted to hit him with the oar.
I did hit him with an oar.
Yeah,
we
for a little bit.
bit.
Meanwhile,
Please
Tucker...
recycle.
Oh.
Please recycle me, Brooke says with a smirk.
I posted something in the Discord chat. I feel as though it's appropriate for this situation.
Please recycle me. Oh my, not on the first date. What? Wait, what did you post?
You look in the Discord chat. I call.
Oh no. Should I share this?
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
It's appropriate.
Well, I don't know what's going on in this picture, but alright.
You have to think this thing's through, dummy!
I have no idea.
It's the face Riley's making right now.
Why is he being perched on by a gargoyle?
It's an Auburn.
I know, but they're...
Yeah.
Look, that's a friend right there.
But, Tucker is acting as navigator right now. And, aside from scooting around as the boat tilts with Ralph getting back on it to kind of keep it balanced, he's more or less just watching the island and see if he can observe anything about it as they row closer.
Well, I can tell you right off the bat, the island at a distance looks green-ish.
Ish.
Concerning that you've added the ish, but okay.
There's still a vague trail of that violet smog fading away, even as you're heading off towards it.
Actually, how quickly are we falling after that, Shaymin, technically?
Probably pretty slowly, because they can fly.
Yeah, I mean, like, how late did we get started after they had already left, I wonder?
Probably upwards of a half hour, at least.
I see. So is that smog a trail of it where it was, or is it over the island itself?
It's the path that the Shaymin took to the island.
That is some very persistent smog.
Yes, it is.
So it's like what an airplane does, but purple.
Yeah, it's kind of like that.
Do you think you could, like, write stuff with that? Like, fly around and write anything?
I have concerns about what we're going up against. Considering how little damage we seem to do them on the beach, Brooke admits.
I wouldn't be as worried as you are. Well, messed up as it is, this is still their home. We're less likely to use excessive force if we don't want to ruin it.
Tucker flops an ear and looks back.
Besides, we're more or less scouting. We don't have to get into a fight. Right?
I wouldn't cross my fingers.
Didn't really do that. Ralph tries to cross his little stubs.
Yes, I can.
As you all draw slowly closer, mostly through the efforts of Brooke pushing and or pulling the raft, considering the oars only get you so far, no matter how strong the rowers are. A bank of these dark purple fog clouds starts to rise up around the island.
Can we get through it?
Well, you can certainly try. You aren't there yet.
Right, I want to put an aura bubble around myself to act as an air filter. Or just around my head, at least.
You want to put a bubble around your head.
Yeah. As an air filter. That doesn't look healthy. I don't want to breathe that.
Captain Brooke! Full fog ahead!
Okay, give me a special survival channel, Riley.
Not particularly good at that, but okay. Okay, there's the lag. Alright, there you go.
That actually wasn't that bad that time.
Well, you manage a bubble. The bubble also encompasses the upper half of your torso, leaving you looking like a weird astronaut. Full fog? Burkass? I mean, I see it. Are you saying I should swim right into it?
Tucker. Oh,
No,
yeah.
we're waiting. You gotta tell us if we're gonna swim into it or not. You're the captain, yeah. Screw that.
Tucker turns, seeming to think a bit.
Well, I was kind of able to stop that one attack with my darkness. Maybe I could try to protect the boat? I don't know if it'd work, though.
I mean, you're always free to try.
Yeah, but he's like asking his team about the idea.
If only we had, like, a flying type move.
So, as Ralph says that, there appears to be some sort of flying type off in the distance near the fog that looks like they're about to fly over it. And then this elongated set of jaws formed from that vile mist slowly reaches up and snaps shut, dragging them in.
I'm gonna attack the fog.
Press F to pay respects to Pidgey, I guess. Wow, that definitely makes Tucker go a bit wide-eyed.
I don't think I can stop that.
Hey, you're the one who shouted at me, Burke says. We might want to conserve energy. We don't know what we're up against. He stopped pushing while he spoke. Oh, that's probably bad, Burke says.
Could we attack the fog?
You can certainly try.
Okay. I'm gonna go for a status metronome and cross my fingers for
Sorry, what did I miss?
for a roll.
You guys are getting closer to the fog, and Ralph said it would be nice if you all had a flying type with you, and just as he said that, there was a Pidgey flying over the fog, and these jaws opened up and extruded from the fog and snapped up the Pidgey.
Oh. Okay.
I'm gonna metronome the fog.
I don't think the fog is the enemy. The Shaymin could move it at will, Burke says. It's more likely something is controlling it. But yes, go ahead and roll your metronome.
See if I can't blow it away. I'm going for a whirlwind's a status.
I think so.
Yeah. I mean, it's
Whirlwind, yeah. Get Whirlwind, Ralph. That's a good idea.
Hey, maybe the whirlwind will blow your raft right past the fog. Oh, okay then. If only you had one more die, and that could have been critical success.
Wow. Also, I just wanted to be placed in the record that Eragon's a sweetheart. He just got Chinese food. So I have some food now.
Aww. Also 4, double of 2.
Now the 2 me must be repeated twice. Well.
Sorry, I know this is...
Oh, it's okay. It takes a second to figure it out because there's so many things. This is fine. I can eat a chicken ball. Or whatever these are called. Works for me. Well, in the meantime, I can say this. Tucker is definitely unsure about what they're going into. And kind of processing Brooke's words. He's not entirely sure what he should do, though.
So, Ralph ends up using Quash. Which, in combat, the added effect is, for the rest of the scene, the target will go last in the order of initiative. The user represses the foe with intimidation so as to think twice before acting. So give me a tough contest intimidate, Ralph.
You're attempting to intimidate Fog. Let's just bear that in mind. Where he's attempting to intimidate Fog.
Hey, it's raining. Don't worry, I can go intimidate it. 1 second.
We'll just intimidate the weather.
There, fuck you, weather.
It'd be hardcore if I did, though.
We'll do the roll. See
Oh
what
shit!
happens.
You just made the rain cry more. You may have upset. Now it's just rain more.
Oh, that's about the expected response, really. As expected.
Luckily for you, it's fog. It doesn't get to roll. So Ralph, how are you intimidating the fog? Please enlighten me.
I guess I'm giving it like a Fluttershy stare, like I wiggle my fingers for the metronome, and then I guess the dark aura goes around my eyes, and I just stare at the fog like, well, what Mother Nature, think about what you're doing. You should go to your room and think about what you've done.
Well, there is no visual effect on the fog.
There's a slight dark type echo to his voice when he says it.
There doesn't seem to be any visual effect on the fog. But you get the feeling that it's going to act slower to your presence.
He shrugs. Well, done all I can do.
I'm gonna wait for Karserus to read that before I respond.
Riley, you did that pinging thing in the hotel to find Zorark and combat the illusions. Can you do that here and see if there's anyone on the beach? Brooke asks.
I don't think any of this is an illusion, but sure. I will do the aura radar sense. The aura danglies shall rise.
Yep. Insight survival alert.
Dangles rise up.
Isn't it Insight Survival Instinct? I guess I'll never know.
Hey, Car.
Yes?
Is it Inside Survival Instinct?
Oh, is it not?
I mean, for the aura radar thing, I was using Insight Survival Instinct. That's why I was doing that, not constantly using Foresight.
Oh, well, yeah, Insight Survival Instinct then. My apologies, it's been a while.
It's twice as many dice.
Yeah. Fickle DM is...
There's nothing there.
Well,
yet no, way too distant for you to be sensing.
Right. Yeah, I got nothing. I can't see anything. Well, in the meantime, Riley is going to equip the amulet into his garment slot.
oh,
I'm putting it on.
Tucker would halt. Oh, Tucker would halt for a second and remark. Well, okay, Brooke can go first.
Well, we're going in blind.
All right, Tucker perks up and makes a suggestion, looking at Brooke.
What if it doesn't go underwater? Maybe we could dive under? I think so.
Let's probably wait for the voice
Oh,
for the response.
Car, where are you?
Get that pizza out of your mouth.
There are. Worth a shot. Can you guys swim, Burke asks?
I have never swam as Riolu. I'm not sure how well I can, considering that I apparently have metal in my arms. But I can give it a go.
Let's see.
Tucker kind of nods to that.
Well, I've been getting more used to this body. I should be able to. I think.
Raft is right here, Burke says. Give it a shot?
Oh yes, I can definitely swim. Everybody knows Munchlax can learn surf.
Wait, what? They can?
Yeah,
So
it's
despite that, I'm going to lay my oar in the center of the raft and jump in the water all elegant like. See if I sink like a fucking stone.
Tucker! Let's see what happens with Riley first.
Alright. Dex Survival Athletic.
Wow, that's not bad for me. I'm pretty dexterous. I'm not very good at swimming.
Well, you flounder at first, and then you remember how to doggy paddle, because everyone can doggy paddle.
Oh, fantastic. I'm really pushing the stereotype.
Alright. Tucker will ponder how to get off the raft before kind of stepping back and kind of slipping his back legs off first and just kind of climbing out off the raft, hanging off of his forepaws before finally swooshing into the water proper. Just kind of sliding. Kind of awkwardly, but, you know, it's slow, it's easy. He will attempt to swim as well. What role will he do?
Same roll. Dex
Oh,
Survival
God.
Athletic.
Dex Survival Athletic?
Yes.
Okay. Also, what's wrong, Riley?
I had the highest pool for that.
You do. Probably. But not the best roll, apparently.
Apparently.
What time is it in game? It's a little after midday, I believe. Around early afternoon.
Still play a light. Light then.
Yes. Tucker, your weight makes you slightly more buoyant. Also, you are far better at the doggy paddle than Riley because you have the biology for it.
His legs actually paddle somewhat autonomously. If you've ever put a dog near water, you know what I'm talking about. They immediately kind of instinctually start to swim. It's kind of an easy thing to figure out. He ends up paddling around without too much trouble, and indeed, he does have enough weight to create some easy buoyancy.
Now my big question is, does my oar bubble allow me to go underwater and still breathe? Is it watertight?
Yes.
Oh, really? Shit, I've got a diving helmet.
It also forces you to float in a very awkward position.
No, well, okay. Floating by my neck. Fantastic.
Well,
Don't
keep you
you
safe.
remember? It's around your upper torso.
I wasn't there for that. I was answering the door.
I told you when you first manifested your bubble.
He did.
yeah, that
did
will
mention that.
also jump off.
It's around a lot of your upper torso too, making you look like a weird astronaut.
That's fun.
Abandoned ship.
This looks like...
Oh, no. Cannonball. Yeah, that's better.
Oh,
Cannonball.
Pangor at the beach, squinting. What the fuck are they doing out there?
You're all doing great, Burke says. I'm sure if anyone is keeping an eye out, they're watching the raft already. We're out in the daylight, but maybe we can sneak under if we don't move in a straight line, Burke posits. Ralph, you jump in and make a bit of a splash, and then you sink a bit until only the top half of your Munchlax head is above the water. And you can just float there, because you displace the water.
Yeah.
So swimming for you is as easy as just waving your arms around.
Wow. That float method.
Hey, he's got the thick fat ability. What do you expect?
Tucker almost does too. Of course, bobbing above the water is not is easier than swimming under, but one will have to try the best.
A little slow, but serviceable, Brooke comments.
Speed. I am not speed.
Tucker looks towards Brooke, thinking,
Maybe you should go first and see how far it goes under past, how far we'll have to dive.
because fog thickness was a point that is actually worth addressing.
The fog looks thick as pea soup, but just sticking your head under the water. Also, are you opening your eyes under the water?
I don't have to. I'm in a bubble.
I mean,
my eyes don't have to close.
I mean, Tucker would probably shut his eyes after making sure his position is correct.
Okay. Because if Brooke decides to look underwater, the fog does not penetrate beneath the surface of the water.
Good.
Can I dive with my bubble? Is it physically possible?
It would require a strength survival athletic to fight against the buoyancy.
Easy peasy.
Right. Alright, on 3, dive under. If you have to surface, don't breathe in the miasma, Brooke says. And yeah, I was just about to.
I can do it. Look at all those 6s.
And you will never get that many again.
I know, right?
Always on frivolous things.
Yep, like swimming.
Alrighty, so, is it still strength survival athletics for everyone else to dive?
No, he has to fight against the buoyancy of his thing.
His helmet.
So for the rest of you, well, Ralph, your roll is going to be really easy. So, because you mostly float, so you're, still Dex survival athletic for everyone else, except for Brooke, because Brooke can swim.
Okay, so I gotta do another Dex survival athletic for the dive.
Yes.
Y'all mocking my athletics point. Look at me now.
I don't believe I mocked it.
Oh, well, okay.
The curse of 2!
It really is a curse.
Boo.
Both Ralph and Tucker managed to dive without much incident, though the tips of Ralph's ears may be above the water a little bit.
His ears are
It's
poisoned.
almost like he's trying to walk underwater. Even though there's no floor under his feet.
Before we go too far, does the raft have like a rope attached to it that I can like tie to something? Okay, how far down is this water? Can I like tie it to a rock in the water or something?
Not at this distance.
Okay.
The rope isn't that long, and it's also in Brooke's possession.
Oh, okay. Well, as long as he has it, as long as the raft doesn't float away, that's my concern. 'Cause I ain't swimming back.
And Riley, you struggle a bit for all of 2 seconds against the buoyancy of your aura bubble before you just brute force it and dive a little lower than everyone else and swim ahead underneath them.
It is the Riley method, just brute force it till it works.
Your arm movements are also a little weird because of the size and shape of the bubble where it is. It's also encompassing just the uppermost part of your upper arms.
Oh, beautiful. It's fine.
So you do not have a full movement range.
But I can breathe, so there we go. Unlike these nerds. Alright, let's go. Let's go before we run out of air.
Well, Tucker will make sure to paddle very aggressively. He's not exactly sure. Oh wait, actually, did Brooke check? Technically, Brooke checked the depth.
Yes.
So how much diving is required to get past it?
Very little.
Much? Okay.
Not terribly much.
Then,
Though as you all swim beneath the fog, even a quick glance up by Brooke is enough to tell you that, well, the fog is still rather thick. By the time you all surface, with the exception of Riley, you're all gasping for breath. Well, Riley at Brooke, because Brooke is aquatic.
I'm still underwater.
But now that you have surfaced, you can easily see the shore of this island. There isn't terribly much in the way of sand, interestingly enough, before it gives way to what should be, at least you believe it should be, lush grasses, which soon give way to what may have once been a jungle or a forest. But even at the edge here, it seems unwell.
From the safety of my bubble, can I do another aura radar pulse?
You may.
Three.
You ping, and you sense several aura sparks. A few are nearby, but others are deeper into the forest.
Interesting. Okay.
I have a question about the breath catching. Will Tucker be inhaling any sort of poison doing so? And if so, is it just trace amounts that are not harmful?
No, you're fine.
Okay.
I was really concerned because I feel as though a 6 would be bad for us.
Well, once Tucker's caught his breath, he would actually like to get his nose to work, trying to basically figure out and make sure that the current air pollution isn't too much for them. So, and also see if he can pick up anything noteworthy in the local sense. I've forgotten the role that you want me to do for the snoofers, the snoofer stuff.
It should be. We'll go for insight survival. Well, what are you trying to smell exactly?
Main thing is he's making sure that the poison isn't too thick, but he's also seeing if there's any other smells besides the poison.
Okay, insight survival alert then.
Okay. Curse. All right.
So, you definitely smell the poison nearby. It has a very distinct, sickly sweet scent. The scent of rot. You also smell the foliage. It's not dying. It's just sick. You can vaguely smell under those more powerful tones. There are a few Pokemon nearby? It's hard to tell because they smell so similar to their surrounding foliage.
But, the main bit of information is that the poison levels are not too bad.
Well, not immediately anyway. It's nothing like the fog bank.
Tucker will turn to the group.
There's still poison around, but I think we can handle it, as long as we're not on that fog wall.
Alright, I would like to recall my bubble.
As in, make it go away?
Yeah.
Okay. You recall your bubble. It vanishes with a very distinct...
It is just a bubble. Yeah.
Hey, Karserus, real quick question.
Yes.
What number did we agree on for the weight? I forgot to add weight.
Did you?
People are saying I didn't add it, so...
You totally added weight before we left last time.
Did we?
Yes.
Alright. Hey, Hayden, check the start of the previous session, not the end. And tell me what the weight is. Anyways. Alright, never mind. I thought I added that weight too. I didn't feel like it was over 50 last time.
Maybe I'm crazy, but I could swear you added it before we ended last session.
I can't check previous footage while doing a session, so somebody else has to do it. So, go on, viewers. Figure it out.
Unfortunately, we're a little busy to check ourselves. So currently you all are still floating just off the shore.
I would like to go to shore.
You swim to go ashore, and as soon as you step on the sand, it feels weird. It's not like the sand on Sea Spray, it feels grainy. Like, more so than sand usually is.
How do you get more grainy than sand?
Exactly.
Now, if there's something I should know, it's the feel of sand. That's the
Considering-
Sandygast.
Must be a new block, coarse sand.
I don't like it.
Hmm.
I'm gonna get off the sand and I wanna go to the grass.
The grass, while it's flexible, it feels like it crunches a little bit underneath your feet.
Oh, this is gonna be unpleasant the whole way around, isn't it?
Brooke is going to beach the raft. This is fine. Brooke, give me just a regular strength check in order to drag it up onto the shore readily.
Brooke's not actually that strong. Doesn't need to be, but jeez.
I mean, you say the curse of 2, but that's as much as he gets.
Curse of 2. He's the weakest party member. How'd that happen? I suppose 2 of everything instead of Brooke's gimmick, isn't it?
Yep.
Perfectly
Yes.
balanced, as all things should be. Come on, every single specialty, you gotta get 2 of every one. Come on, you should get on that.
Yep. The raft gets dragged ashore, and you tug on the rope a bit, making sure it's more on shore than in water until you're satisfied that it's not going to suddenly float away, sands like a giant wave crashing into it.
Ralph shall also go with and he'll follow
Ralph's-
all ashore who's going ashore. Land ho.
I doubt they won't come investigate the raft now that it's here. We should move, Burke says. And Ralph swim walks to shore and has similar sensations to Riley when walking upon it.
I'm sure that's useful for something. But what?
That's with the sand later.
Yes.
You know what? A good descriptive word for this sand is viscous.
Ew.
It's not like slimy or anything, but it's like viscous sand.
So it's like quicksand.
Yeah, except it's not dragging you in.
So it's a thin layer of quicksand.
Yeah, Tucker.
Unlike a pool, which you normally find quicksand in.
Tucker won't spend long on that sand either, heading to the same grassy area.
Fine. You wouldn't sink very quickly at all. It's Riley and Brooke who would be in trouble.
It's still weird.
I've done a lot of research on quicksand.
Too much research. Brooke
No,
takes a
D&D
few
is an
steps.
interesting motivator.
Brooke takes a few steps and grimaces. This is gross.
Also, Karserus, I seem to can't find it, so double check. 5 pounds? Sound okay?
Yeah, we're putting you on a diet the moment we get back.
Yeah, 5 pounds is fine then.
Okay.
You
I think
are
that was
going
what
on
was
a diet.
I think that was what was agreed upon, but for some reason I can't find the dialogue for it. So there you go, guys. All is right with the world. Tucker's gained weight.
You're going on a diet.
You say this like you have bad authority.
You would do no such thing.
I will suspend Tucker from the rafters if I need to and just leave him there for a few days.
Which rafters?
Any rafters.
You guys haven't purchased a house yet, so you don't have rafters.
I'm suddenly just a hotel Lomo decoration in like the rafters of the lobby.
Yeah, I'll hang you in the lobby. But anyway, because I was able to aura sense where things were earlier. Can I, like, lead the group inland in the path that would be most away from all those auras?
You can, if you want.
I do want to do that.
Okay. Are the others going to follow Riley inland?
Yeah. Gotta make sure he doesn't make Tucker not eat.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, Riley. You can't stop Tucker from eating because Ralph will intervene.
Yeah.
I will continually KO Ralph if that's what's required.
I'll bring him. In fact, I'll bring him regular.
I just suspend him high enough so you can't get up there.
I can fly, remember?
You can fly sometimes, you're just as likely to blow yourself up. In fact, you're probably more likely to blow yourself up, actually. There's two chances to do that and one chance to fly.
I guess some people would appreciate this. So yes, to explain, since it was kind of awkwardly put, and I'll just explain real fast. Tucker gained 5 pounds because of the interaction he had with Light. He ate a lot of food that Light purchased at the cafe, and he's worked off some of that. He's done a lot of exercise, but there's still some extra padding from it, so 5 pounds. His belly is notably a little pudgier. Pudgier. What the fuck is pludge? It's not a word. Sounds like it should be a word, but...
Too close to plunger.
Yeah, tell Plunger the dog.
Alright, so you all are following Riley inland, are you?
Well, Tucker looks to Brooke and makes sure to follow him, but yes. Sounds like it.
Super fast BRB. My tea's gonna boil any minute now, and I've got 2 beer.
Alright.
It'll be like a couple.
Okay.
Alright. Everybody take a drink break.
Drink water that's right
you
here.
fools.
Well, I can also continue to munch this. What did you buy me, Eragon?
That's a combination dinner.
It's like a fried rice with... It's nice. Onions and... Those... What are those, those sprig things? What are those things called? The things that are like little roots.
Chop suey.
Oh, spring roots? Is that what they are? They're actually like roots, so that's probably what they are. I like them.
Spring rolls?
No, they're like
Yeah,
little, they're
rolls.
stringy root things. I like them though. They're veggies that are pretty good with other things. Crispy too. How much damage would it do? What? How much damage would what do? Shade. Oh yes, the answer is probably 2. It's actually a really large amount of food. I won't be able to finish this, so I'll have leftovers for later. What'd you get for yourself, dear?
A combination dinner.
Same thing?
No, it's different.
Also, fun fact. I know I played the song a little early, but this is our new dungeon song. Can anybody here tell me what this is from? As it is a remix from a previous PMD game. Let's test people's mystery dungeon knowledge.
What's the quiz?
The quiz is, what is this a remix of? You want to say Explorers. That is correct. I'll tell you that much. That's the correct answer. Though if you can give me the dungeon name that it was in Explorers, then you're even better. Deep Dusk Forest. There you go. Good work. Did the clip mention it? I actually wasn't aware of that. Yes, though we are not in Deep Dusk Forest. We are in a different dungeon.
Burke is kind of just moving forward. Riley happens to seem to know where he's going, so we'll trust that. Okay.
Fair enough. The group shall move together. And Karserus, what is the name of our dungeon of the day? If it even has one.
Just a moment. I believe I have it here in a notepad.
Had to be there to move my key off the burner when it boiled,
That is quite fair.
so it didn't boil over.
Oh. I don't think
Hold
we
up,
actually
did I leave
had
the stove on? Hold on, I might have left the stove on.
Go ahead. I don't think we actually had a very specific first dungeon theme for the Shaymin Garden. Because yes, this is the Shaymin Garden.
Really?
I did not leave the stove on, sweet.
I do the same thing, by the way, Ralph. I'm like, did I leave that stove on? I don't know. I have to check.
Yeah.
So this is the Shaymin Gardens. I asked the name because it doesn't matter what PMD game you go into. It doesn't matter how much story or dungeon information there is. When you enter a dungeon, you get its name. That's just a rule of thumb. So that's why I was curious.
I look around, so is it like, does everything look wilted? And like, Mr. DM, does like everything look wilted and sad?
It's not all wilted, but it's definitely ill.
Yeah,
As
alright.
you get closer to the tree line, very clearly for some trees the bark is much darker than you would think. Like it's got this sort of shade of purple underneath, and others are much more pale. And the dark ones, just touching their bark, it feels somewhat soft and sort of squidgy.
Still like it's rotted.
I'm gonna put,
Yeah.
I'm gonna put my hand on the tree and go, it sure is a shame, man, that the garden had to be like this.
Tucker just gives
Must
Ralph
just
a look.
hurt.
Just
damn.
Tucker just gives Ralph a look because like, is this really the time for that?
But for the paler trees, the bark is very brittle, almost like paper that got wet and that was dried out. Just swiping one's paw very lightly over it causes the bark to crack and flake off. Though the leaves, almost unanimously for these trees and bushes and foliage alike, all seem to have taken on a variety of purple hues. Lavender, violet, indigo. venomous neon purples. A sea of poison shades hanging just above your heads.
Ralph, I wouldn't touch the trees any more than you have to.
Yeah. Don't want to mess with that slime up above. Alright, we shall, okay, I don't have any more puns for right now, so yeah.
The pun library has been exhausted. We can continue.
So as soon as Ralph removes his hand from the squidgy dark bark tree, a bowl sort of swells up out of the bark, almost kind of like a nasty plant pustule in response.
Oh no, I heard it.
He's supposed to be the smart one.
Look, you got an ice move you can use on the trees.
We are not gonna have Brooke bite the tree.
So I don't think freezing them will help them any further.
Stand back. Try not to touch anything, Brooke says.
I'm wiping my hand off against my side. You got it. Not gonna touch me.
So what will you do?
I'm gonna ignore the Munchlax is a terrible idea.
Tucker
You can
was.
tell that some of the aura sparks you noted before, by the way, Riley, are outside the tree line, but they haven't moved.
What's the closest one?
It's off to your right, somewhere in the weird grass.
How far?
5-6 meters?
I'm going to stealthily investigate. Not stealth. Brooke asked the question. Or Kyrio asked the question.
Can we tell if the corruption is getting worse as we go? Can't tell if it's getting worse or better.
Just kind of
Seems it is, yes.
That means it might have splotches where it's worse, splotches where it's better, etc. What the hell? What the hell? Yeah, it's all this and explogenous bad.
Homogeneous, I think.
Wow!
Wow! Oh, wow! That
Really?
that censor's almost as overly strict as Autobot is on Twitch.
That's beautiful.
That reminds me of how the word suspicious gets censored on Webtoon. It's part of it, anyways.
Why?
Because there's a slur in the word suspicious.
Yeah, would you look at that?
On Webtoon, Beerus, you can't.
That's weird.
But on here, probably, yeah. Let's see. Click the cog on the... Yeah, sure. Off we go. Okay, I've turned off the profanity filter then. There we go. Oh, fuck you! That's... Right, I knew there was a reason. If I change the chat settings, it makes the chat opaque or transparent. So now the chat is harder to read. How does one fix that again? I knew there was a reason I didn't change it. Fucking hell, Beers. Yeah, there's a glitch with it. If any settings are changed, it does that. Okay, let me try to remember how to change that back. So everybody remember how to change this? I think you actually have to leave the board to do that. So I believe the settings are in the main menu, unless they're here too.
Interface. Oh god, we spent so much time figuring this out.
Yeah, I think it's on the main... They changed it. It was in a different place in the past. Actually, it might be on... Interface, you're right.
No.
It's on the front page. Pretty sure it's on the front page.
That's dumb.
So congratulations, Beerus. You just made the chat a little harder to read for everyone.
Oh, I'll be nice. You didn't intend that.
I know.
God damn it, Beerus.
I can fix it after the stream. I could technically fix it right now, but that would slow things down.
Oh! If you go to system on chat and then hit game again, it goes back to being opaque.
Hit system on chat?
Yeah, it's the tilde sign.
Oh, that thing?
Right next to the gear.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
What the okay, the TTS is buggy with this chat. They moved... When they moved the chat saying stuff started bugging out with the chat that wasn't doing that before. Thanks for that, though. That's... Good exploit. It did work, so thank you. Good nonsensical exploit there. Alright, we're back.
Anyway, so about this Aura Spark.
Yes. So, Riley was leading you all into the trees, and then he suddenly makes a sharp right turn.
Without telling us, I assume.
Well, they're following me.
I know, but...
Well, he assumes you're all following him.
They're all following
We are.
You say this, but I'm half expecting one of you to not.
Well, if they're smart, they'll stick with the guy who can see without his eyes.
I'm sure that sounds a whole lot smarter to you than it is.
I'm gonna punch you.
One day you will.
Oh, I certainly will, don't worry. In real life.
Oh, you're gonna buy him over.
And then punch him, and then shut the door.
What if isn't?
Yep. Get out of my house.
Brooke is following, yes. Is Ralph following the shenanigans? Ralph?
The $1 question. Ralph. Hello? Is your tea good? Did it kill you?
He must be having good tea. Anyway, so as you draw closer to the Aura Spark, you see there's this little mound of grass that has itty-bitty withered flowers on it. And on closer inspection you find it's a Shaymin. But it is not the Shaymin you have come after.
I can figure that.
It's still got that porcelain white to its hide.
Is it land or skyform?
Bland form.
Okay.
Bland form.
It's a little grass mole thing. But it's not looking too good. Its breathing is shallow, and it's just sort of laying there, looking like it's in pain.
I don't know any healing moves.
Are you gonna announce this to the rest of the group, perhaps? Actually, are we aware of it? Basically, you're the one that found it. So,
if you're following me, you can probably see that I'm taking a keen interest in a small pile of grass for some reason.
Tucker will come over to sniff at it, quickly figuring out what it is. And Kyrio said a thing.
Has said a thing.
Can I give it a heal seed? You may attempt to give it the heal seed.
How does one attempt to give one a heal seed?
But as you move closer, you will indeed see this little sick-looking Shaymin.
Is it reacting to our presence?
Not particularly. Its eyes are currently closed.
So it's in a pretty bad way.
So in order to give it a heal seed, you have to force its mouth open and just shove it in.
Oh, like giving a pet a flea medicine.
Oh, there he is.
There you are. Where'd you go?
To finish making the tea, help my rat thing.
Okay. Well,
Okay. See, I
what?
told you he was having good tea.
See? Well, I mean, yeah. Ralph, do you know what we're doing?
You're giving a heal seed to a Shaymin we found.
A sickly landform Shaymin, yeah. Okay, you caught the important part.
So, Brooke, how are you going to apply this heal seed to the Shaymin?
It's actually a better choice than a lumberry.
I mean, you can, but this isn't just PMD.
We can deck it with it.
The LC's the best choice though because its description says that it cleanses the impurities away from the body. The lumberry doesn't necessarily say it does that, so I think the heal seed would be better than the lumberry. I mean, mechanically they do the same thing, but you know what I mean. I'm typing it out. Yep. Take your time, bud. I'll just add on that Tucker was about to reach for one of his berries, but he sees that Brooke is already readied up a heal seed and is approaching the Shaymin, so he lets him do his work. So how is everybody today?
Who's that directed to?
I mean, usually, I guess whoever. You need to learn at this point. When I say everybody, I really do mean everybody.
Press F to doubt.
Are you feeling better, Charm? I'm feeling a little bit better now that we're in the game and playing, and I'm feeling a little less anxious. Also, Eragon buying me some good Chinese food is definitely helpful. That is very nice. Thank you, dear.
You owe me a favor.
I'll pay it back on Thursday.
That's tomorrow.
I know. I just weirdly said Thursday instead of tomorrow for some reason. Just like I did earlier when I was talking about Thursday like it was far away. Mom got her tax return, said Fair Trip. It was her and not to her college loan people. Oh, do they normally steal it? Gotta switch Pro Controller since the Joy-Cons are drifting. Yeah, that's a common issue. Glad to hear you got it. Pro Controller is pretty solid. Actually, probably the best controller I've ever owned. So I guess it was worth the price. Alright, DM.
There we go. This is awful, Brooke says, pulling out a heal seed. Hey, I'm here. I want to help, he says as he cautiously approaches the mossy mole. If possible, he'll place it in its mouth, or at least nearby, so it can sniff it and hopefully accept it. Also, I'm sorry if my Brooke voice has been off today. I feel like it's been off.
It's alright. The important part is simply reading out the line. And proper emotion.
Yeah. But I like to do the voice right. Anyway, ha ha ha, Kyrio, ha ha ha.
I hope that voice comes back for you, Kyrio. Be nice to hear it back on voice chat later. In time.
So, this little Shaymin, you place the seed by its head, and very slowly, very tiredly, almost as if it's a struggle to do so, the Shaymin opens their eyes and lets out a tiny whimper. No. Don't worry. Me. The forest. I have to warn everyone. I have to warn town. Oh dear.
I can transcribe most of that for this chat, but I actually didn't catch the first part of it.
Hang on, I'll repeat.
Okay.
Much closer to the mic, because that is a small voice.
It is a small voice. It's appropriately weak, but yeah.
No. Don't worry. Me. Warn everybody. Have to warn the town.
So that first part is saying, don't help me, help, like, warn people instead? Yeah, I still didn't catch the very first few words.
It's fine. Take it. We can't warn anyone if you can't tell us what happened, Burke says, offering it again. We'll save them, but we need your help. The Shaymin very slowly blinks and begins to chew on the seed. It takes several minutes before they finish and swallow, but the effect of the seed is nearly immediate afterward. Their colors become more vibrant, though the little flowers upon their back are still wilted. They can at least stand, and their breathing is stabilized. Thank you. Please. You have to warn the town. You have to warn them to all leave. If they don't, I'm afraid something terrible may happen.
Can you tell us what happened here?
The Shaymin dips their head, which really isn't all that much of a distance considering their proximity to the ground. It wasn't so bad at first. We could take care of the pollution. Take care of all the poisons and toxins. All the things that ran off from sea spray. It became so much. Oh gosh.
That makes me
Not
sad.
hard.
That's a good picture. That makes me sad.
We couldn't take care of all of it. But we tried anyway. We'll always try. But it became too much. When it started to overwhelm us, the island started to suffer. But we couldn't just let all those other Pokemon suffer instead of us. Not the islands around ours either. But one of us, they couldn't accept it. They want it to end. But this isn't the way to do it. Looking up, the Shaymin sadly cast their gaze towards the forest, towards their home. The garden wasn't always like this. But everything is overflowing. We can't take care of it all anymore. They tried to take it all onto themselves. And it's only making things worse. I think they just want everyone to hurt like we do. But that's not right. Turning their gaze back to Team Cheer, the Shaymin, with tears in their eyes, bows their head and prostrates themselves before you. Please, I'm begging you. Please help them. Please help us.
We'll definitely give it our best shot. No wonder the Shaymin was so mad at everyone.
Did the Shaymin address that the toxins were coming from the city?
Yes.
Yes.
Does that still not add up, though, technically?
Yeah, it still seems like too much too fast.
Yeah. That was brought up last time, but I don't think the Shaymin here addressed an explanation to such large quantities. Granted, I don't think the Shaymin would know.
The process of a Shaymin purifying pollution takes time in proportion to how much pollution there is. When the production of pollution ramped up, it began to take longer and longer for them to purify. So eventually it overwhelmed them.
They hit over capacity.
Yep. The basic explanation was one of them decided to try taking all of it unto themselves, which made everything a lot worse.
That makes sense. This is a problem that was building up over time, not just a monumental amount at once.
This is not something that happened in the span of a few days. This is something that has been building long before any of you were around.
And the Shaymin were just quietly suffering about notifying the town because they thought they could deal with it and needed to deal with it.
It's what they do. They're guardians. They don't require thanks. They do it to protect nature and to protect others. It is part of that selfless nature that makes Shaymin so beloved. But in turn, it also makes them very easy to take advantage of or to take for granted.
Also, they do intentionally isolate themselves. They prefer being away from large groups, and they prefer being amongst their own. Mm-hmm. So that's another reason they didn't tell anyone.
Is all of this really from sea spray? Or gas? I didn't think I could hate cities more than I did. We'll do what we can, I promise. Team Cheer is on the case.
Tucker does a motivating little yip.
Don't worry. We'll get to the bottom of this and we'll find a solution. There's gotta be a way to fix this.
I wish to gently pick up this little hedgehog.
What? The Shaymin makes a very tiny exclamation as Riley picks them up, and they blink away their tears a little bit.
Well, we're not gonna leave you laying in the grass like that. You'll probably be better off with us.
Are you going to go in the garden?
We're gonna have to, I think.
The Shaymin shakes their head. It's better if I don't go back inside. I'll only become sick again. If you can find the others, they might be able to purify small patches. The Shaymin looks at the tree line. And then they get a sad, if determined, expression on their face. Are there others out here? I only had one heal seed, unfortunately. No. You've done enough. You've done enough for me. If you can find the others, if you can help them somehow, they'll help you too. You need to get to the center of the garden. That'll be where they are. That'll be the place where you find the one of us who needs the most help of all. The Shaymin wriggles in Riley's grip a little. Go ahead and put me down. I'll get you all an entrance.
We have a raft on the beach. It might be best that once this entrance is made, you make your way there.
Okay. But first, let's get you into the forest.
Riley will nod and put the little hedgehog back down.
The little grassy hedgehog waddles their way over to the edge of the forest. And there's this pure, soothing light that starts to emanate from them. As the Shaymin draws in the corruption surrounding the immediate area of the forest edge. And after a few moments, the trees, the grass, the plants and vines, which seemed so terribly sick and uninviting before, have taken on more normal hues and textures. It's not a very wide effect, and the Shaymin collapses afterward.
I want to go check on it.
As Riley rushes over to check on the Shaymin, they're in a similar state to how you found it, though not nearly so weak-seeming, at least this time. The flowers on their back have grown, though they are unfortunately a very dark purple color, not dissimilar to the corrupted Shaymin you fought, though certainly not of the same size. I'll be okay. I'll be okay. Go on.
Can I attempt to at least soothe the imagined pain they're in using aura?
I'm gonna
give me
ask.
vitality check. Oh, sorry.
Sorry, I was gonna ask the Shaymin. You can put some of your poison in me, so you don't have to hold it.
Oh, you're thinking Statch.
No, well, I don't know if the Shaymin can just like magically put some of it, into me. If he can take poison out of stuff, then.
Well, they act as a filter. I don't know if they can make others a filter, but... Also, you probably wouldn't filter it very well, but, that's nice of you to offer.
So what am I doing, Kai?
But yes, that would be a vitality channel, Riley. I will get to Brooke's line. I'm going to do Ralph's things first.
Okay.
2.
The curse of 2! Unfortunately, you don't know how to use aura in this way. So, you don't do much more than project your aura a little bit towards the Shaymin. There is contact with the Shaymin's aura, and it feels acidic to yours. It's a very unfamiliar sensation.
And by no means a good one.
No, it's not. It's okay. I'm strong enough to take care of this. But I'm going to hide by the shore for now. If that's okay. I'm counting on all of you. Please stop our friend. They weren't always like this. They're not a bad Pokemon, really. They just wanted the pain to stop. With a sad smile, the Shaymin begins to very weakly waddle their way back towards the shore, towards where the raft is. It was not missed, Kyrio.
Also not yet red, but you know.
Yes, it was not yet red. I was about to do so. Brooke frowns. Let's go, team. We don't want our friend to hurt for nothing.
Right. I'm gonna try to identify the next closest Shaymin.
Go ahead and do your Insight Survival Instinct. Also, good lord, we have 100 frickin' models in the Pokedex.
I don't know anything.
100 models. We get a new prize from Professor Oak.
Tucker will pipe up as you try to sense the aura, Riley. He'll pipe up and say,
We have other healing items. Maybe we should go about finding more of them. We might be out of heal seeds, but I still have some lumberries, and maybe Pisha berries would help too?
Let's hope.
Let's hope you won't need them.
Tucker's a bit selfless. He's not thinking of that right now.
It's worth a shot. If that Shaymin was our only enemy, then it's worth it to try.
They're peaches. Shut up, Beerus. Okay, it's Pejai, but peaches sounds cool too. Look, either way, it's a peachy way of saying it either way. Pichu berries, what? Hi, Claude.
To evolve into a Pichu. Ha.
I think there was a PMD item to let you appear as a different Pokemon for a bit. I don't remember what it was, though.
Zorik's ability?
No, there was a berry or a seed that did it. Or maybe a wand. Well, there's an Itemizer Orb, which is fucking weird. But... hey, you see that Pokemon? No, now it's a stick. Like, permanently. It's like, what?
Oh, that certainly sounds like a sticky situation.
Oh god, I
Oh
walked
my
right into that
God.
one, didn't I?
Alright. Riley's gonna look around for a moment. Before just saying, what I just did with the Shaymin there, I think might have messed with my ability to sense auras. I can't see anything right now.
Tucker would kind of nod to that and think for a second. Yes, I'll go ahead and read that first because it plays into what I was about to say. DM.
I know. I was sending a thing.
Okay.
I was sending a thing that is pertinent.
A pertinent thing?
Yes. We'll just have to sniff them out then, Brooke says.
Tucker nods.
I think I've got enough of a scent. If all the Shaymins smell similar from that last one, I'll try my best.
Alright. And that check is, as I always forget, I think it's Insight Survival Alert?
Yes.
Okay. I'm very bad at remembering things, but I remember that time. We got 2 dogs. Track should be yes easy. Assuming... Aw.
Mine was better.
So, as you all enter into the semi-purified section of the garden that the Shaymin, well, cleared for you to grant you entrance, unfortunately there's a myriad of scents here. Many of them sort of planty in nature. A wide variety of flowers whose scents you can smell individually and collectively. But surrounding the immediate area, you can see almost where the edge of the Shaymin's purification has reached. Knotted, bowl-clustered trees and their pale, cracking siblings. Curling ivies and vines that seem almost slick with lavender poisons. Bushes and smaller foliage bearing heavy, what almost seem to be pustule-like berries, nearly translucent with what smells like an acrid, viscous fluid. And yet, in the purified area, all seems normal. The air is clear. It's warding off the venomous airs of the beyond. But you know you must traverse deeper into the garden.
Remind me, please. Can one stat up in the middle of a session? Or is that only at the end?
We could do. We've done it before.
Just
Yeah, you've done it
had a
before.
thought. I got enough points to give myself another point of insight. And I was kind of thinking about it.
I don't see why not.
What is everybody else's insight score? Brooke has
1.
2. Ralph has 3, and you have 1. I think 1 insight is kind of a detriment. I think it might be good to have a little bit more.
I'm stupid.
I don't think Tucker's stupid, so I think he should get it next. What do you guys think?
I mean, I've been putting off of putting points into insight since because Riley's big stupid and him getting smart points isn't fitting.
Oh. Well, Tucker just gets what's important to him on a case-by-case basis, and right now, if he's wanting to be his insight has been more and more something he actually is trying to use, so actually, yeah, we're gonna go ahead. I have 11 points, so I'm gonna remove 10 and put a point into insight. What's that do to my level?
That's by 2.
Okay. Also, I get another smart point, right?
Yeah.
Yay, I'm smarter. Okay, upset by 2. That'd be 26.
Yeah, you're smart.
Yay. I thought I was going to increase... Oh, where did it go? I lost a dot.
It
Oh, well.
merged with the other one, yeah.
It did?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, look at that.
Brooke has a lot of experience. At this point, I think Brooke is just saving up so he can, like, level up mid-fight.
Well, except for he just said, I think I was actually going to increase insight last session, but forgot. I mean, do you want to do it now? Also, why do you have 2 insight but 1 smart? Was that because insight was a starting stat for you?
It's the same reason he's got 2 vitality and 1 beauty.
What was that reason?
Yep. A starting stat.
Starting stat. Okay, just double checking. Okay. Tucker did watch children, so I guess he needs his insight not to be tricked by them. Well, also he's just been using his insight more lately on a lot of different things. And also, it's a stat that pairs up with instincts pretty well, so... Strangely enough, the smart stat is also technically good for more feral actions as well, when you think about it. At least when it comes to observation. Well, alright then.
Indeed.
Tucker does seem a bit apologetic that he can't pick up an immediate scent. I think the acridness of the poison is perhaps interfering with his first attempt. But he seems bolstered to continue.
So there are 2 relatively clear paths, one to your left and one to your right. Before you, the cluster of poisoned trees and various sickly plant life. It's just a little too close together for you to risk walking through it. At least, unless you feel like, well, essentially risking poison oak.
I'd rather not.
Or any other myriad of plant poisons.
DM.
If we can't find a trail, we'll just have to find them as we explore, Burke says. Try to stick close. And then Burke will take a left, because he doesn't want to sit around.
Tucker seems complacent to the idea.
I might be able to detect them better if we get closer to them. Let's keep moving, yeah.
I'll follow.
Also look at everybody's items to think if there might be something useful.
So, Karserus' question, does this amulet actually do anything now that I'm wearing it? Or is it just kind of there, being pointy?
Being pointy.
It's just kind of there right now.
Being pointy, gotcha.
It might do something later.
That concerns me. That concerns me more.
Tubby might be occupied. Yeah, those in the Pokerole group should probably read what was posted in our PMD voice chat thing. I just noticed that a little bit ago. Sorry about that, Tubby.
Yeah. It was fine. It actually wasn't that.
Oh, is the issue over?
Yeah.
Oh, that's good. Alright, well, Tucker is not going to stop snoofing. Snoofing. Why am I saying snoof? Whatever, snoofing. Snooter sniffing, snoofing.
Uh-huh.
So he's going to go give it another shot. Insight, survival, alert. He needs some alert points at some point, but for now, insight's a good idea. So now he has 5 dice. Maybe this will work better. Well, it is better, technically.
Not even 2.
At least it's not too.
Yeah.
2.
Don't worry, Tucker. I'll help you out. And Ralph gets on his hands and knees and sniffs the ground too. Because he also has a snoof.
Technically, others can try snoofing. This is going to be my word now. Well, the other dog snoof. Looks to Riley.
No. I will do an aura pulse if you truly want me to.
Alas, neither of you managed to gain much insight.
Wow!
None of you managed to get much insight.
Look at all those ones!
However, as you take a left turn, you find what appears to be a deep bog of something. It's fluid, sure, and it's seeping and oozing all over the central area of this section of forest. It smells rotten.
So it's like a sewage pit.
Except where would sewage have come from?
Sea spray.
I mean, yes.
He hates the fact that I'm not wrong.
You're not wrong, but part of the idea is, how did the sewage get from sea spray to all the way over here inland?
Yeah.
Ocean.
Inland, though?
Look, sand from the Sahara Desert makes it all the way into the Amazon rainforest.
Okay.
So precipitation is what you're saying.
No, not even precipitation. You think it rains sand?
I don't know.
Maybe.
It's not
Wind,
possible.
It's wind.
Look, it has rained fish before. Why not sand?
There's rained grasshoppers as well. But moving on.
Confirmation, new weather effect, raining sand.
Unfortunately, Tucker does need to stop sniffing for a little bit because this is not a very pleasant area, even compared to the rest of the areas.
Brooke said a thing. Or is doing a thing.
Did a thing, more.
Burke will try to water... Okay. Go ahead and roll your accuracy for water gun while I prepare a thing.
Concerning! I don't like it when DMs prepare stuff.
Okay.
It spooks me.
It could be a good preparation.
Is it ever? This is Karserus we're talking about here. Wow.
Much more competent roll, as the leader is better at rolls than us.
He's getting all the luck. He's getting share the RNG, man. Jesus.
4. Alright. So Brooke, I need you to roll your damage.
Damage? Huh.
Deal damage to the bog.
Can you feint it? Oh, it's a muck. Oh.
Oh yeah, okay, it's a muck. Good, great.
No.
It's several muck.
Oh, it's okay, dude. I understand. Your damage for water gun is your special score plus 2 extra dice, right?
+1 plus cause stab.
Plus 1 for stab. And that's a die, 1 die. If it's
Yeah,
super
so-
effective, it'd also be 1 additional damage, but
Yes, so roll 5 dice, please.
yes. One.
This ooze pile ripples as the water gun sort of slides across it, not
Flit.
even soaking it.
Flinch.
Can you flinch a mug pile?
Just bringing it up because
I
the
mean-
chat was going crazy.
Alright, go ahead and roll flinch. But yeah, almost as if it's the same as water and oil, which don't mix together. Of course you do.
Flinched the water.
Take that water, you can't move now.
Goes together like water and oil. And you must do.
So yes, and it doesn't necessarily do anything at first. It's just rippling a little bit right now.
Is it rippling naturally for a liquid being sprayed by water? Or is it unnatural, would you say?
It's weird.
It's weird.
Can I try to sense if it's alive?
Let's try the other way, Burke says conclusively. And you can try to sense if you want.
Same roll?
Yes.
One.
It's fine.
One is the new 2.
Just a bug.
One. Alright. You don't sense anything. In fact, hang on. Maybe I should do a roll.
Uh-oh. Oh, I don't like it when you roll things.
One.
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 One. Isn't that a sound effect for like a dog barking or something?
Yeah.
I don't think so.
I believe 1-1 is a dog sound. It goes like, wah, wah, wah. Yeah, it's more or less. That's how 1 is. Wah.
One. Appropriate. Better than 2. But yeah, you don't sense anything. So you're going the other way, are you?
Seems wise. Tucker would totally agree with that because, yeah, they're just.
I will be the last in line going back, but I will go.
The most important thing is just to make forward ground. We're trying to find Shaymin that need help, so we just need to keep moving. Old Riley would have jumped it.
Oh, Riley would have jumped it.
Wow, what are you guys? Are you upset with this character growth?
No, I'm not.
I mean, if you jumped it,
And I failed, I'd be in the muck.
if you jumped it and succeeded, there would be problems.
Yeah, then everyone else is over there, and I'm on the other side of the muck.
Isolated. Hello.
Yeah, what else is new? Fucking hell.
Alright. Tucker will take every opportunity to sniff, which I assume means every tile move. Is this accurate, DM?
Okay, go ahead. I will allow insight. I will allow aura pulses, sniffings, and searchings and what have you every tile if you really want.
Okay, let's have a go.
Well, he wants to fight. After seeing that one Shaymin, he is really concerned about the other ones. He wants to try to find the others. 3! We broke the fucking trend of 1s and 2s.
You broke the cycle. The curse.
Now here's the risk. If Tucker does sniff every tile, it's not entirely impossible that he might get poisoned. But that being aside.
So, you all happen to come across a much larger tree over here. It's one of the darker looking trees. It's got boles just sort of running up and down its roots and trunk. And there's apples hanging from it.
Ralph, do not touch the apples.
As Ralph is already looking up at the apple.
What do the
It
apples look
smells
like?
Sweet.
Oh.
Almost like a warm, freshly baked apple pie.
I am so skeptical of this.
Fun
We're
fact.
in the middle of a polluted forest, and then there's just nice apples.
Fun fact, some poisons can actually taste sweet and smell sweet. That is why when you go to the gas station, if you ever go to the gas station, you smell gas. Some people note that gasoline smells sweet. That's part of the reason.
Gasoline smells like gasoline.
Some
The
people,
same way cilantro tastes like soap to some people, Kai. Don't argue these things.
it's what we would define as sickly sweet, though, probably. Yeah.
Yes. Though this does not smell like the sickly sweet of rot. It smells like a baked sweet.
Again,
Is
we're in the middle of a polluted
the
forest.
tree itself, is it looking okay, or is it looking bad?
The tree looks like one of the darker, soft bark, squidgy trees.
Squidgy, rotting trees.
Yes.
Yeah.
But the apples don't look rotten. They don't smell rotten.
How do the branches next to the connected to the apples look?
They look oddly green.
So the canopy's still safe.
Can I reach that? And
They are high up. You would need to climb, jump, or shoot one down. Or you could just wait for one to fall.
Can you sense a Shaymin nearby? That is a good question. I'm kind of curious what my 3 might have done.
What's 3 and 2 getting useful results?
So, Tucker, you do smell this baked apple pie scent, which makes you hungry despite having gorged yourself earlier. But you sense there is a Shaymin, well, smell something similar to a Shaymin. If I can get the little objective marker.
Over there.
Somewhere beyond this tree.
Okay. So the Shaymin is not immediately... Because I had this... Oh, wow. Oh, I got a lot of information now, didn't I?
Well, you know it's in that general area.
Oh,
I'm
I
just
see.
putting it where tiles would be.
So it's one of those 3.
Ah. Yeah, I was thinking that too, Sarah, originally. I was like, maybe the tree's okay because there's a Shaymin up in it. But I think the Shaymin is not here. Alright. Brooke asked the thing.
Can you sense a Shaymin nearby? Brooke asks.
Tucker kind of noses kind of forward down the left path, then kind of tilts his head.
Yeah, there is one nearby. Not here, but not far.
It's clear you can't quite pick the direction, but...
If we keep going, I should be able to narrow it down.
He kind of looks down the long path going northeast as well as towards the east. Since those are the 2 available paths, I don't know if that east path is actually available.
It is available. I'm just counting the empty space as well as, like, the weird pit thing as the tree.
Oh, okay. I thought we were counting the giant cube that's standing up out of the thing as a tree. I wasn't sure. What's the pitfall?
That's the cube.
Oh, okay.
It's just extruded.
Oh, I see.
He's gonna jump and try and get an apple.
Okay. For jumping, I will require... You know what? Strength, survival, athletic.
You could just ask Brooke to shoot a water gun at one.
Do not!
I'm just saying. 2! Oh, Guad. You're adorable.
Ralph crouches down and with all the strength within his hidden legs, jumps.
Hidden leg.
All of perhaps a foot in the air.
Or you give it one more jump.
Before falling to the ground with a thud that would be more thunderous were he a Snorlax, though it is enough to shake the tree. One of the apples falls down, bouncing off the squidgy bark and rolling to Ralph's feet.
I want to smack it with a bone club as hard as I can.
No, I'm gonna get it.
Okay, you two can roll off with dexterity.
Just Dex.
Yes, just Dex to determine who acts first.
Oh, let's see what happens.
Please, 666.
You
No,
want-
no,
please,
no.
Please, devil. Okay. He wants to call upon Satan so he can get an apple.
Didn't I say not to touch anything, Brooke sighs?
This is why I'm using the bone
You know
club.
what? I didn't touch it. I took it off.
Roll for Bone Club?
Okay. What? This just the accuracy, or?
Just the accuracy.
Okay.
Come on, miss.
When you hail Satan so you can make an apple pie, what a mood.
So, I'm just imagining this as Riley snaps his head over from his mental conversation, sees the apple roll on the ground at Ralph's feet. Ralph starts to reach for it, and he just runs up and golf club swings that out of the park like smash.
Oh, absolutely.
Just da-da-da-da-da.
Ralph. Ralph gets this face and like it starts playing the music. How could this happen to me?
In the arms of an angel. Or however that sad commercial goes. But yeah, it goes flying off into the forest. You could almost swear you hear a tiny...
I was alive! It was in Appleton. Oh no! Well, it's probably better that I did that to it than Ralph ate it. So let's be real. Better outcome.
You wanted to touch it. Just because you failed doesn't mean you're still following orders. Brooke crosses his arms.
Yo, good, you got me, I'm sorry.
Tucker seems...
The apples in the tree begin to rustle and sway.
Oop.
Good job, Ralph.
So, what was Tucker gonna...
Tucker, being a little more concerned about his objective, and actually walked a little bit down this northeast path. He was about to say, basically, that... Well, he's about to comment on going this direction first, towards this, as it would probably be the center of what he detected. But he got a little bit interrupted by the shenanigans. So he's a little bit away from the group, actually. Just a little bit.
Another apple falls. Come on, Die. You're faster than that. Oh.
What?
It falls and bonks off of Tucker's head and then sort of tumbles on the forest floor just before Tucker's snoot. It smells delicious. Almost like a warm baked apple pie. You can practically see the pie lattice on top.
Oh god. I'm gonna rush over.
Give me an insight survival alert to see if you notice.
Well, sorry, Appleton, I can't save you. I can't keep saving you forever.
Nope. Riley's too busy helping reprimand Ralph for nearly eating what is possibly a poisoned apple.
It was also possibly alive.
Well, fortunately, Tucker is not going to immediately nomf the apple because he was listening and Brooke said not to touch them. And he actually knows how to obey orders, unlike certain munchlaxes. Nonetheless, he'll give it a sniff.
As you sniff, the leaves twitch. They perk up a bit. And then you realize, wait a minute, this apple is upside down. The leaves are on the wrong side. And just as soon as you realize this, dear Tucker, little legs and a head pop out, and it does the teensiest roar.
Adorable.
Tucker takes...
And then it tries to chomp on your snoot.
Oh. It's less adorable. But, is that an attack? Oh boy.
Yes.
Let's see.
The Curse of Two!
In Soviet Shaman's Island, Apple eats you.
Please no. That's hilarious, but please no. I don't want to start a meme with Soviet Shaymin. But yes, it is attempting to chomp your snoot, Tucker. What do you do?
Is there time to back away?
Yes.
He was already taking a step back when it got all perked up on its own. So he's going to make a hop back before he can get bitten.
Go ahead and roll an evade.
Alright. Tries to remember how to roll evade.
Dex fight evasion.
Okay. Not my best, but Curse of 2 probably, I bet, right? Nope.
Curse of
That's a different type of curse, my bad.
As you back away, it misses your snoot as you jerk your head up, and it manages to chomp onto one of your front paws.
Tucker will try to shake it off. Oh.
Wow, so it doesn't do any damage, though it stings.
Stings, yeah.
Does it poison you?
What?
No, it does not.
Wow.
It stings, but the little weird apple dragon Pokemon thing is just sort of hung on to one of Tucker's poor front paw toes.
Okay. Tucker will use... I think it's effective. I think this is thematically appropriate in this situation. Knockdown. He's just gonna kind of, like, slam it to the ground with his swatting his paw down, which should be, more or less be a knockdown.
Be nice.
Tucker used Stomp. It was super effective.
I don't have that move yet. But yeah, what do you think? Push a target away for user.
Sure.
Tip to get it off of me. Alright. Strength,
Yep.
fight, and brawl then.
Which is actually pretty decent
Yeah.
for Tucker. So, yeah, by the way, Tucker's yelp does alert the rest of you that stuff's going on. Good lord, really? Only 3?
Yeah, I'll take it. Happy to get anything above 2 in, honestly.
Tucker ends up shaking his front forepaw and stomping it on the ground, sending the little Appleton tumbling away.
Should I do damage?
I don't think knockdown does damage.
It does, actually.
It does?
Strength plus 0. It doesn't do
You-
additional damage, but it does.
Yeah, sure. Go ahead and roll damage.
It's more about the knockdown, but it does do some damage. Sometimes. Not this time, though.
No damage. It is now on its back, limbs a flailing. What the heck is that? Burke asks.
Tucker can kind of insightfully say at this point, since he got bonked in the head by one.
Guys, get away from the tree for more than fall.
And as Tucker says this, there's a chorus of the little roaring noises from...
I hope you are proud of yourself, Ralph.
You think I did this all by myself? No one helped.
They might be a little more upset about the Bone Club.
They would have been even more upset if Ralph ate one of them.
Are you sure? Are you sure that's not what they were trying to get to happen?
Well, I'm not gonna judge what they're into, but still.
Alright, Ralph will move away from the...
So, how fast are you guys gonna start moving?
Right away, we'll waddle over. Well, I'll waddle. They'll...
Damn.
I want to put an umbrella of aura over my head before I wander over.
The special survival, actually, yeah, Dex special and
Dex special survival.
yeah.
Ralph will look up and hold his mouth open and be like, "Yeah, I'm just gonna run with my mouth open and looking up." And
Oh my god. Get under the umbrella!
And if you fall in, it's your own fault.
Get under the umbrella.
The convex of an umbrella is a little nuanced for you at the moment, but you managed to make essentially a plate.
Good enough.
Let's get out of here, Burke says, heading north. But yes, as you all start moving, 3 more of these apple-y creatures begin to fall from the tree. Their tiny, smallest roars continue to haunt you as you leave the area. Thankfully, they aren't entirely mobile.
Yeah, they're more...
Right.
They're ambush... They're more of an ambush... I don't know what the fuck they even call it. Ambush predator? I'm not sure what the fuck they were trying to do, but...
Ambush something.
Ambush prey.
No, ambush predator.
They...
Look.
Oh, it's actually a really
All
good
I'm
layout.
saying.
Ambush prey.
You'll jump out from behind the bush and leap into your mouth.
They grew on a tree, not a bush. Oh, Kyrio. It is also about 10 p.m. now.
I can keep going for a bit.
Okay.
I'm in it to win it.
I'm just making sure. I know some of us do, like, need sleep sometimes.
Oh no, it's wise to check. Everybody should probably express if they have a problem continuing.
I'm good. I have like no hours this week. It has been so slow at my job that like they're not giving anyone.
That's fair, Kyrio. That's probably how long Eragon has anyways.
Okay. This works. But like, on the subject of hours, I work at a grocery store. I'm essential.
So is Eragon, fortunately, and unfortunately, depending on how you look at it.
Yeah, I've fast food. I've been deemed essential, but no one is coming there, so we're not getting it.
Air quotes essential.
Also, Selena,
yeah,
I'm sorry, Selena, that this felt really short. Yeah, that's why we're gonna keep going. Thing is, it started late because I was having anxiety issues. For anybody that's not aware at this point. But go ahead.
Yeah, my mate is in a similar situation with his work. Because he also works in fast food. They still get to be open because people gots to have their Taco Bell.
I wish we had one here. Taco Bell is way better price than Taco Time up here for some reason.
Alright. Moving on to the next zone.
Also, Tucker doesn't have to be told twice. He was already vacating the premises. He doesn't have... He's like, no, we're not going to... This is not what I'm here to deal with right now. A bunch of apples. That's a 6.
Yes. As you make your way to the north, you find, well, what normally would be a clearing, except it's a lot closer to a bayou at the moment. That oozing viscous fluid that you saw before is also here, interweaved between large, arcing tree roots, interspersed with small islands of tainted grass and foliage. Vines hang low overhead, carrying with them teardrop-shaped fruit of some kind.
Wait, what shape?
Teardrop.
Huh. What's it look? What color?
It's a weird bluish purple color, almost like a fresh bruise.
I'm gonna sense life.
Oh wow, we have a little comic over here now. By the way.
One. What did that poison Shaymin do to my aura? I haven't gotten any sense off since.
Oh wow, this comic.
That's really good, dude. Nicely done, Key.
I hate you, Kyrio.
However, I will say, it's not like the pollution is like this active evil tendril of darkness cloud off towards the island. Sea spray does not create that much pollution, but
it's like city skylines.
It's a slow, bad poisonous increase. It's more subtle.
But I appreciate the representation.
That's how the Shaymin sees it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Alright, so anyways, I kind of... It knocked you senses. Well, I was a little behind there. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Riley does not sense anything right now.
Tucker's officially suspicious of trees at this point.
Interestingly enough, most of the trees in this area are the ones that have that weird, pale, brittle bark to them.
Tucker's main focus is on simply telling, and I don't know, do I need to do another sniffy check to see if the Shaymin is in this area?
You may make another sniffy check.
Sniffy check. That's more like it. We're getting somewhere with these rolls now. Yes, 3 is good now. This is
At least one of us is.
Sniffy check is the technical name? It should be.
As you sniff the air, past the poisonous fumes and the odd pus-like scent of the fruit above, you smell that familiar clean air smell from the purified section of forest. Somewhere near the center of this area is another Shaymin.
Isn't it the middle of the teardrop?
So, in other words, where we're at is the correct
Yes.
location. Okay. So, and that basically means the teardrop tree has something to do with it. Because I think that's in the middle as well?
No, it's not a tree. There are
Oh.
vines hanging overhead that are bearing teardrop-shaped fruit.
Okay. Tucker would give a cursory look around before announcing to his group,
I think another Shaymin is here somewhere.
You sure? I can't sense anything.
I'm pretty sure. Maybe up?
Shaymin.
Ralph, do you really think that's going to work?
I mean, maybe we can call it out.
Your volunteers are here to help, Shaymin.
I would like to look around, but not touch the weird fruit.
sounds like they're high up too. So probably take some effort to touch them.
Gotta specify these things. When DMs are involved.
Well, I'm just assuming that's what the DM said.
Never trusted.
You say this, but you're forced to trust me at some point.
Never.
Well, unfortunately, despite calling out for the Shaymin, you don't hear anything. Yet. You can probably safely hop to and fro over the islands and routes towards the center of this area if you so choose. But it might require some acrobatics.
I think Riley would do that. I'm pretty spry. Very dexterous.
Oh, hold on a minute. Well, you do have a Pisha berry. I guess that's fine. I was like, if you're the one that take care of the Shaymin, do you have something they could help the Shaymin with? I guess you
I
could
got
just
a
grab
revive
it, though.
seed, really.
That's true. Though that only takes effect if they faint. So you
Well,
have
I
to
can
like
make that happen.
you could have to like punch them first, and then you can use the revive seed.
For your own good.
Oh,
Hold
come
this.
on.
Bonk.
Oh no!
That's very mean, though.
Don't hurt the poor grass.
I don't intend to. I'm not the one who said it.
Kyrio said, "Can I get a repeat description of the area?" It's not a bad idea. Could I hear it again too?
The viscous ooze you found earlier on the left path is also here, but it's over a more widespread area, and unlike a grove, instead it's much more like a bayou, with large trees and arcing roots that are sunk into this almost gelatinous fluid interspersed with small islands of grass here and there. And hanging above are these low-hanging vines that are bearing these teardrop-shaped fruits. They smell of pus and are colored this purplish blue like a fresh bruise.
Lovely.
Very.
We found a new Pokemon berry type, pus berries.
Yeah.
The scent of the Shaymin is coming from somewhere in the center of the area, probably from one of the grassy islands. Especially considering you cannot see the Shaymin, but...
Tucker's unsure, but just knows that the Shaymin is here somewhere.
Okay, Burke.
And so me and Brooke are hopping the islands.
Do the islands have like grass and stuff that, or anything that could obscure a creature on them?
Yes.
Okay.
And the Shaymin already have like grass on their backs, so
Yeah.
it could very well be like the other time where it was just this very small mound.
They're not very big creatures, so...
Anyone hopping to islands will need a Dex Survival Athletic.
Tucker will join.
Are you dexterous?
What, Tucker?
Yeah.
He gets 5 dice for this.
4. I can't. I can't. I truly am just unable to sense things.
See, that's probably fine enough.
Okay, here we go.
We might meme 2, but 2 usually works, so...
Ooh. Look at you guys. 2.
Riley is, of course, the first to react and hops onto the nearest island. It's grassy, and of course it's that weird, crunchy, flexible grass. But
Like
unfortunately, there's not...
AstroTurf.
Okay.
Yeah. But unfortunately, there's not enough room for more than one Pokemon on a given space. So the rest of you are forced to scramble as you're hopping to get to different areas. Tucker manages to hop and climb over one of the larger arcing routes nearby. Brooke manages to clamber onto one of the more hill-shaped islands off to the side, while Ralph hops onto another route near Tucker's.
Okay.
Is there any Shaymin on my island?
No. It's like playing Minesweeper. There's no Shaymin on this island.
Okay, I'm gonna jump to the next nearest island.
I look down and see what number's underneath me.
8.
There is no number underneath you, Ralph. At least you'd think there isn't. But maybe that little bowl that's, between your feet could be a number 8 or a 0.
Okay, it's an 8. I'm... God, I love nerd jokes.
Wow. 6 again.
DM rolls seem to be 6 today, I noticed.
We got a 1 that one time.
That's true.
There's been no middle ground.
I require Insight Survival Alert from Ralph and Tucker.
Okay. Okay. Saw the one I was worried, but that's fine.
Both of you notice, as you're standing on your respective root arches, that the ooze seems to be almost climbing up the roots towards you, slowly, inexorably.
Ooh.
No, the slime beneath us move. It's not good.
Tucker also adds to that.
We shouldn't stick around too long. Keep moving.
I don't like moving, but okay.
It must be done.
I mean, are there rolls that need to be done?
If you're jumping to a new island, Riley, then Dex, Survival, Athletic.
Okay.
Yeah, so keep moving as well.
Oh, fuck!
Uh-oh, somebody trips.
It's a 0!
Yeah, it looks like I'm more elegant than you.
Please say I'm elegant at least as much as Ralph. Good.
Okay, so Riley, as you back up a bit and run to the edge of the little grass hill to try and leap to the next one, you slip on some of this strange turf and go flailing into the muck.
Ah, fuck.
Literally. Because as Tucker and Ralph are leaping to new perches, Tucker specifically to your old one, a maw opens up in this purplish ooze.
No.
Oh. Is that an ideal sound?
No, it's not a good sound, actually. I'm not a fan.
Well, Tucker's right there, right?
This is not the first time Riley's been eaten by something, as that was a freaking area hazard. I got out of that, I'll get out of this!
Okay, since Tucker is fully aware that his negative energies only affect the things that he wishes to target, and doesn't affect those that it hits otherwise, he's going to immediately cast a Dark Pulse right where Riley is, actually.
Did it eat me?
It's about to. It's going to get
a
mouthful of Dark
Go
Pulse.
ahead and clash with it then, because it's about to chomp Riley.
Okay, yeah. How's Clash work again?
Please succeed.
How's Clash work again?
It will be Dex Fight Clash, if I'm recalling right.
So I just replace my accuracy roll.
Strength fight clash.
Do I replace
Strength Fight Clash?
Do I replace my accuracy roll with that then, or is that how that works? Or
That's
yes.
the only roll you'll do for that attack.
Strength Fight Clash? Okay, all right, I'll do that then.
Please roll well.
That's 5 dice, so hopefully.
Please save me.
That might?
2.
The Curse of 2 has saved you.
Specials?
Ralph-
Wait, okay.
Yeah, Ralph
Oh.
sees that as a, Ralph sees as he hops to
Whatever.
up to a branch and swings onto a root, being very dexterous for a heavy Pokemon.
Should I re-roll?
That,
Serial saying I should have done special because it was a special attack I was using.
That's a good point. Yeah, I guess.
That could either be worse.
yeah.
Alright, that's basically 1 less die and just... Okay.
Yeah, please still save me despite that.
Curse
Alright.
of 2 activate.
This could be better or worse. I'm gonna assume worse. Or the same.
Better, yeah!
Technically,
Alright.
actually, wait, no, that was better. Holy shit.
Woo!
Yes, Ralph will witness as he swings to another root arch. A big purpley maw opening up to munch on Riley, who has fallen into the muck. And Tucker, startled by this, unleashes a Dark Pulse, which causes the maw to sort of meld back into the rest of the puddle, giving Riley just enough time to scramble his way onto the next grassy hill.
Scooting away.
Let's see if you got poisoned.
Oh, God.
Nope.
Oh, good.
Oh, thank goodness.
Are you okay, Riley?
He looks quite concerned. Also, still somewhat worried that his Dark Pulse might have hit you.
I'm alive. Thanks for
My
that.
headcanon says this muck is voiced by Tim Curry.
Why Tim Curry?
What?
Yes!
Props to anyone in the chat who can know what I'm talking about.
I know what you're talking about.
I don't.
I know what you're talking
I don't
about.
watch movies.
I don't either.
It's an old movie.
Is it The Mummy?
No.
I don't even know what he's acted in.
filthy ground. Acid rain.
Is that Fern Gully?
Falling down like
Oh! Right!
gum
Ferngully!
rain.
He was a villain in Ferngully. The villain in Ferngully was pollution.
Yes, it was Hexus. It was great. I love that.
Oh my
movie.
god. Amazing.
Yeah. That's why I'm giving this Muck Tim Curry's voice in my head canon.
That's a good reference. I like that reference. I must have heard what stats were needed for the... No, it's okay, Hayden. I was just saying that if I was using a physical move in Clash, it would have been a strength check. Since I was using a special move, it was a special check. You were thinking there was a dex check. Dex isn't used for a Clash roll, at least not as far as I know.
Yes, Quan. Yes. I'm okay with this. Tim Curry Muck is now a thing.
Hi,
Very
Kyrio.
brief summary. I nearly got eaten by a muck.
So, we were jumping across platforms. Riley misses his jump. He gets a 0. He slips. Lands in the muck. The muck opens up into a maw. About to bite him. Tucker Dark Pulse the fuck out of basically where Riley was, since Dark Pulse doesn't hurt those he doesn't want to hurt. And got Riley out of that situation.
Yeah, good.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yep.
So,
Apparently,
yeah, the goo...
apparently,
Yeah.
Muck is voiced by Tim Curry.
Fairly. Also, the muck's like the sludge is moving around. It's trying to encroach our platform, so we need to keep moving. Smashing. So actually, you should probably.
Smashing.
Speaking of which, you should probably move.
Yes, Burke should probably move because the ooze has started to encroach upon Brooke's little island as well. It will be Dex Survival Athletics.
Okay.
Burke manages to hop to one of the other grassy hills that is actually connected to one of the root arches, giving you a wider area of movement for now. As you all begin to actually watch the ooze puddle, you begin to notice the subtle ripples and shifting of mass as it tries to encroach upon your various points of safety. Give me insight survival alert.
Should I do one as well because I'm on a new island? If a bit disturbed, disgusting, and in a bad way.
What's the roll I
You
should do?
may. It's insight survival alert.
Okay. Just as usual.
Nobody has rolled high enough to see it.
3.
Darn.
Oh, well, Riley probably could. Well, Riley could have pinged, but he would have gotten the same thing as it's in the relative center of the area. Riley, you look around on your platform and you don't see it. And you notice the others aren't seeing it either, and there aren't that many islands left. And you see a path that'll take 2, maybe 3 more jumps if you're unlucky. That'll take you to a grassy island where it could be hiding.
Okay. Okay, guys, I think I know where it is. I'm gonna go for it. Don't let that thing eat me. I'm gonna go for it.
Are you going to point out your destination to the others just in case?
Absolutely.
Alright. Riley points out an island that's just off-center in this poisonous mangrove area. More towards the north, where he thinks that the Shaymin is. Be careful, Brooke says.
I mean, we'll see. Here we go. I'm gonna
Alright.
die.
Remember, everybody, you have moves.
4.
Not that Riley needs it unless he wants to overshoot.
Not particularly, to be honest. Okay, how many more of those rolls do I need to do before I'm there? One more?
Well, you learned your lesson from slipping before, so you jump well before you need to. So while you do land on the root arch that is on your pathway, you nearly have to scramble in order to keep a hold, so you end up swinging around with your momentum and land on top.
Oh, sweet. That was very acrobatic. Okay. And now for my next trick, I want to use a bone club. Like, stick that in the ground and basically vault myself to the next one, so I don't have to jump on a root.
Okay,
Or
roll
off
for
a root,
bone
rather.
club,
Okay.
and then I will tell you what has happened because I rolled the fate die earlier.
Oh, no.
It's okay.
4!
Oh, cool, because I rolled a 4 earlier. 4, 4, 4.
I like how that one diagonal die that was both on a 3, 5, and it was like, we'll give you a 5.
Yeah.
It's like, we'll give you a 5.
We'll give you the benefit of the doubt here.
As you slam your bone club into the root arch of the tree, it shakes and quavers, a vibration that travels through the rest of it and jostles the vines above you,
Oh, God.
sending some of those heavy, vile-smelling fruits tumbling from above.
Uh-oh.
Oh, Jesus.
Who's under him?
We'll say that all of you are.
Oh, good.
Oh.
You may choose to evade, clash, or do any other thing in between you feel like in order to deal with the situation.
Tucker will just tuck his head, actually. Let's hitch the name. If it hits his back, he's hoping it doesn't do too much, but if it hit his face, it probably would be worse.
I want to do the umbrella thing I did with the apples.
So, question, is Tucker wearing his uniform?
Yeah, it
Didn't
is.
take it off.
Big goof.
There's not really much room to evade on these platforms. So this is the best course of action that he thinks of.
Ralph is going to crane his mouth open and upward and
Are you kidding?
catch it.
Oh my God.
Oh,
There's no helping this guy.
Okay.
Why do I bother?
Okay. Riley, give me special survival channel.
Come on, shield. Let's go. 3.
3. Well, it's the fruit splatters helplessly. I say helplessly, but it's not like it was one of the Appletons. Across your so-called umbrella that you end up projecting out of your bone club as a sort of extra extension.
It is an umbrella.
Well, since you're already in the air, you can just redistribute the aura you've been using and spread it out towards one end.
That's true.
Sadly, it is not going to let you float. You cannot marry Poppins.
Damn it. Well, not yet. I can't. Just you wait. I'm gonna learn to glide.
Are you sure you want to learn to glide? I mean, he was kind of an asshole.
That's why I steal off his stuff and then leave him in an alleyway crying, right?
Okay, now I gotta do this again. It's Tucker's turn.
2.
Cool.
To cursive 2.
2.
Alright. Let's see if it actually does any damage.
Aw.
Well, it does plink damage.
From impact or from its...
From the insides, and
Yeah.
thankfully you're not poisoned. So as this fruit impacts on Tucker's Tucker's back and side, it bursts open, and there's this unpleasant sort of squishy, spluttering, sizzling noise as the insides of this fruit splatter over your person, and it burns. An unpleasant, verdant acid.
Oh god, I was gonna eat one!
He has something he will do, but Brooke needs to act on his issue first. Before I can be reflected.
Yes. And Ralph is just straight up taking 1 damage from consuming this thing.
Well,
it gives him mild heartburn.
He's combating acids with acids, I guess. He's doing his own clash action.
It gives him mild heartburn and some gas.
Not good. Oh, that's a bad idea. Too spicy. You might go to the toast, though.
Ugh, gross.
Yeah.
At least you're not poisoned. Okay, Brooke, go ahead and...
How was he not poisoned?
I didn't get poisoned either,
Yeah,
unfortunately.
go ahead and roll special fight channel in order to hit this thing.
It's good to down dice. Let's see what they do. I see ones. Uh-oh.
Oh no!
Oh.
Oh, Brooke.
That's actually more of a negative one, because there was no ones to begin with, and you got a negative one.
He got -1.
Oh.
Oh, it's really bad.
Oh.
Oh. So Brooke tries to fire a water gun and it veers just wide because of the unpredictable trajectory of the thing as the vines are bouncing and jostling. And it splatters at Brooke's feet, burning his poor toes and legs.
Oof. Poison?
Yeah, I need to do the poison roll. Please don't poison Brooke. You've missed everyone so far.
Oh, Brooke.
No!
Foot poison!
No, Brooke.
Oh.
He was the best of us.
No, it makes sense. Being a aquatic creature, his scales are more absorptive, probably.
Absorptive.
Absorptive.
No, they should be hydrophobic.
Hydrophobic?
Yeah, it should be the
What?
opposite. Yeah, he's a crocodile, alligator thing.
Actually, I don't really know about crocs too well.
When something is hydrophobic, it means that water and other liquids usually just sort of slide off.
Ah, fair. Then again, I'm more thinking Mizuko. He is not hydrophobic.
Mizuko is water.
He is water. That's part of the problem, actually. So in this situation, he'd be worse off yet.
Oh, we need to get rid of that because you don't have the vitality to be rolling against that. I said be careful! He whines. He flops onto his bottom as he gets dizzy. Ugh. I'm feeling a little ick.
Does have a Pecha berry. Pecha berry. There. Said it right.
Are Pecha berries antacids?
Nope.
I'm sure they are, actually. Why
Well,
not?
okay. Well, I mean, it's poison. It's poison it deals with, so I guess it would be a nullifier.
Oh, we finally know what peptide is made out of.
That's why it's like pink, yeah.
Yeah, that's why it's a pink. It's made out of pickleberry.
No wonder it tastes so good.
We're always gonna call out to us the group. Is everybody okay? Because I'm obviously fine. I blocked them all.
Riley, why'd you make those fall?
I wasn't trying to.
Let's just find the Shaymin and move on. Get out of this area.
So, Riley,
Hi.
That
insight
dress.
survival alert. Yeah, it's fine. Let's just keep going, Brooke says, getting to his feet shakily.
One.
Juan. So you look around on your little hillock, but you don't see the Shaymin.
Can I sense it?
Go ahead and do your insight survival instinct.
The Shaymin's kind of lucky.
Why
It hasn't
are you...
been eaten by
Okay,
a
hold
moth.
on a minute. It stopped me mid-roll from clicking it more.
Oh.
It just decided that I had 4 dice, and that was my lot. I have 6, actually.
I like how you casually re-rolled the rest rather than adding 2 dice.
Well, it was 3 1s! There were 3 1s! I wasn't taking that. That was a lost cause.
He was interrupted by Tiber saying something snarky.
That's everything that comes out of his foul mouth.
You're surprised because...
I'm not surprised, that is a statement.
Also, damn, Tucker's poor dress, but at the same time, it probably saved him from some damage.
Just a bit. Unfortunately, it is very much stained, and it smells horrible, and actually seems like it's kind of partially melted.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of that, I probably should turn the dryer on again for my blanket.
Lest you melt the clothes? Is that why he's like, yeah, speaking of which, I better not melt that.
Well, apparently the last time it was put through laundry, something like plastic melted to the blanket.
That's what the correlation was. I was curious about that.
Yeah. So I put it through again to see if we can clean it off.
Fair.
Because, yeah. Anyway. So Riley, you ping again, and you sense the aura spark of the Shaymin very faintly. It's dangerously close to the edge of the little grass island you're on, near the purple oozing mass that is starting to encroach upon your area.
Okay, I better get to Shaymin quickly. I will go to the edge of where the Shaymin is and try to find it.
Probably Syria.
I mean, we've seen how V gets even with people that don't hold up the end of the bargain or piss them off. I mean, if they're working for V, they'll just make them work without the tip commission and just their regular wages.
Well, at least he's willing to make it even rather than hold a grudge.
It's better than firing them.
That too.
If you fire someone, they can't be productive.
And Tucker will be poor. I don't know how much this outfit costs. Holy shit. Oh no.
You don't want to know.
I don't want to know. I might have to know later.
Why are you getting more?
I might have. Everybody in the chat is now discussing how I'm going to have to pay for another one. Uh-oh.
I
Don't put
mean,
ideas in the DM's head.
maybe the new one will be this nice lacy white version.
Huh?
Considering that Tucker has already started going on dates.
Oh. Oh.
I'm teasing. So, Riley scoops up this little grass bean of a Shaymin that is very much in a similar state to the first one you all rescued. It's not breathing particularly well, and it even makes tiny, almost incapable of being heard coughs.
Does Riley pick it up?
I pick it up. What is this encroaching muck, by the way?
I already said you scoop up the
Yeah.
grassy.
No, I was just double checking. It's fine.
In your current position, it is about to overtake you in mere moments. So
Okay. I am scooping up this bean. I am jumping to the next island.
Are you just jumping to the next island? Hint, hint. think back to old Riley.
I will quick attack to the next island. Thank you for the hint.
Cool. Go ahead and roll your accuracy for quick attack.
It's the same number of dice.
Yeah, but you're faster.
And you are faster.
3.
You are much faster, which means the roll is easier. You leap over to the safe on the far side. Hang on. Grab your little icon.
Oh, I'm on my own again. Great, I've been separated by a living nightmare.
You've gotten over there, huh?
I didn't realize we were playing Metroid. But yes, you're over at the very far end there now. After having quick attacked out of the way. At this point, the muck pool has begun to converge a bit more aggressively on the various islands and routes you all are standing on. It's leaving other spaces exposed, and even the grass and other foliage beneath its mass seems to have browned and rotted due to its presence.
Tucker is just going to find the most direct route to Riley because you've gone to the safe side, right?
Safer, probably.
You seem to be on the edge of the area, so...
The most direct route to Riley for Tucker would be 3 jumps. For Ralph, it would be 3 jumps, and for Book, it would be 4 jumps.
That's a lot of
But Book
jumps.
even make the jumps. Book's poisoned.
Maybe you should cure the Shaymin.
Can I do that now, or do they have to do a thing first?
I mean,
You've gone to safer ground for the sound of it.
it just depends on what you're going to try and do to help the Shaymin.
I was gonna offer the Petra Berry, but I got nothing else. I got a skull. If Petra doesn't work.
Are you really going to put Tiber's skull on the Shaymin?
As kind of funny as that would be. No, I'm gonna give it a Petra Berry.
Because I think the Shaymin would fit in the skull like some sort of, I don't know,
Oh,
appetizer.
the armor! That'd be amazing!
Not,
Battle Shaman.
not what I was thinking. I was thinking more like eating the Shaymin, but okay. They're small and squishy and probably they taste sweet.
I'm
I
not
am a
gonna
terrible.
eat. Go away!
I am a terrible person. So you were feeding it the Petra Berry?
Yes. If I get a little message in my head telling me to eat the Shaman, I'm gonna come to your house and slap
So what you're
you.
saying is
break-
belly storage would be a safe place to put them for a little bit.
No! I will beat the shit out of all of you.
Also, Kyrio, on the garments comment, I hope you're right, but it's a mundane but a very detailed garment, so I have to wonder.
Karserus, I swear to God.
I can't help it.
I swear to God!
Don't you be mad at me. You're a worse DM than I am when it comes to this shit.
And you're referring to what?
You know exactly what I'm referring to.
Don't help me, Karsus. What are you referring to?
Torturing characters.
I killed one of them.
Kyrio.
And I have yet to slay any of you. And I'm sure it would be a legendary meal. Gosh,
Oh my God! You're all the worst.
Technically a mythical mill, but you know.
Oh god, the alliteration. So you try to feed the Shaymin the Pecha Berry at first, but it doesn't seem quite able to chew through the berry's tough skin on its own. Or perhaps it's just that the berry is far too large for its teensy mouth.
Can I, like, rip a piece of it off and give it to the Shaman?
You can.
Okay, I'll do that.
Oh, right, I killed the lamp, the most beloved NPC that was there for, like, not even
5
an entire
minutes.
session.
Technically, it wasn't in the last session a little bit too, but I think. Maybe not, actually.
No, not last session. Session before that. And yes, technically Brooke killed Lamp. But I'll take responsibility because I am Lamp's creator. And because Brooke does not deserve your ire. Brooke is a good boy. Brooke is a good totodile, I should say. But yes, I keep getting distracted, I'm sorry. Riley starts to tear off bits of the pechaberry, feeding it to the Shaymin, who, bit by bit, seems to recover and perk up. What's going on? Last I remember, they were all in the garden. And we wanted to... We have to warn the town. If any of you could hear that.
Yeah, I could hear it.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Do you mean in character or out of character? Because I don't think they could hear that in character.
Well, Riley can probably hear it in
I
character.
could definitely hear that tiny bean.
Tucker's probably not focusing on it, but probably notices if it perks up. He's more concerned about the current situation the rest of them are in.
God, the freaking lamp conversation
I
happening.
know, right?
Here.
It's the lies being spread, right? Okay. So, can Tucker take an action, or are you gonna do something else?
Yes. Also, oh my gosh, if you look at the model of the Shaymin while it's fainted.
The face.
little feet.
Little feet too. Alright, so Tucker is okay, first off, can Ralph, Tucker, and Brooke all start heading towards Riley without crisscrossing each other's paths, or are they going to be crisscrossing?
Yes, you can.
Okay.
There may be a little crisscrossing, but if each of you is taking one jump at a time, it should be fine.
Right, here's the thing. How close is Tucker to Brooke?
Tucker's actually probably the furthest from Brooke.
Okay. May not matter that much, may matter, I'm not sure. Tucker's going to... Well, first off, Tucker's going to do two things. First off, he's going to try to jump to the next safe spot, wherever that way may be. Because I'm guessing during this whole Shaymin event that we would have had to jump by now.
Yes.
Yeah. So, what was that roll again?
Dex, Survival, Athletic.
Right. Should remember, it's always 5 dice for everything I'm doing lately. Okay, that's good enough, I think.
2.
Pull.
Yep.
Right. Oof, Ralph.
Oof. Well, Ralph very nearly slips and falls off of a root when he lands on it, and it breaks off from its tree, sort of held together by these sticky, like, snot green strands inside it that definitely don't look like the normal solid insides of a tree.
Oof. Sludgy insides of a tree, great.
Gross.
So here's the thing. Before Brooke jumps, Tucker sees he's not doing well and is concerned. He's concerned about Ralph's jump too, but Ralph made it. But Tucker's going to, in between the two most likely spots that Brooke would be jumping between, he's going to be using Dark Pulse on the spot in between to basically attempt to repel the sludgy muck thing away from that spot so Brooke can really just walk there, if he can.
Okay. Go ahead and give me the Dark Pulse accuracy.
Oh, wait. I think I mixed something up. I don't have any channel. So ignore the last 2 dice. Or whatever. Or should I re-roll?
Oh, well.
I mixed that up.
It's not perfect, especially since it's a, it's an ooze puddle. But go ahead and roll your flinch
Okay.
to see if you can manage to...
Oh yeah, I can flinch. I always forget that flinches. I flinched.
You
Yay.
did flinch. The muck puddle sort of oozes out of the way of the damage, so it's a mostly clear walk / hop, skip, jump to the next safe area for Brooke now.
Tucker calls out,
Brooke, go ahead.
It's notable that as Tucker continues to use his Dark Pulse, it seems like he's actually managing to weave it more accurately into different shapes and configurations. In the past, it just simply was a lash, but now he can make fields. And indeed hold them to at least a somewhat reasonable shape to what he wanted to.
Thanks, Tuck, Brooke says, giving a thumbs up as he does a woozy sprint across. And even as Brooke does this, the low walls of muck ooze shudder and begin to close behind the Totodile. Brooke managing to make it to, well, the equivalent of dry land just in time.
I wonder how awkward it is to walk through that, though, because it's probably, well, kind of dark, but... whatever, if you get a straight line going, it's not too big a deal.
In the meantime, I want to try and comfort this bean before I do something to try and help the party.
You have an
Question
aura.
mark?
Could you?
I do have an aura.
How far can you extend that aura?
I have no idea. Right. I want to say to the Shaymin, we're here to help. It's not really okay, but we'll explain later. We're in a bit of a situation, so bear with me. And I want to try and make a path out of aura between me and them, so they can run to me.
Oh, Karserus, you said we were, Ralph was 3, and Tucker and Brooke were 2 jumps away from Riley before, right?
No. Tucker and Ralph 3 away from Riley,
Okay.
Brooke 4 away from Riley.
Brooke, okay, it's 3, 3, 4. Alright, so now it's 2, 2, 3. Got it. Just double checking.
So, how are you going to anchor this construct of aura?
See, I'm on dry ground. I want to anchor it to the dry ground I am currently standing on, like, under my feet.
Okay. Give me... smart logic first.
Shit. I'm stupid!
Wait, what score do you have for that?
2.
1.
1.
Two.
2 dice.
Two
really
what is
dumb,
gonna be
okay?
your- Alright, now go ahead and do your special survival channel for aura.
Okay.
And finally, roll me vitality
What's the vitality for?
to see if you can keep it up.
1.
The way you said that made me think you were gonna go, wow, Buffett!
Mario.
Wow, Luigi!
There's a lot of characters go, wow, isn't there?
Yeah.
So, you start to sort of extrude a path of aura out of your little island, trying to keep it above muck level. And even as you're starting to step on it, you can tell it's not stable. The construct itself is a sound idea, but you just don't have the fortitude right now
I'm as vitality-ish as I could get. My vitality is max for Riolu.
You've reached the limits of your pre-evo.
I've reached the limit of my body.
The Shaymin looks over Riley's arms, gasping when they see the oozing lake beneath them. Oh no. I can't believe it's gotten this bad. You said you were here to help? Okay. There are still others in the garden. Don't worry too much about me. Go help them.
We're going to help all of you.
You've already helped me. Help the others. And the Shaymin wriggles, and they hop out of Riley's arms.
I'm seeing a theme here.
Well, you're seeing a theme so far.
Well, they keep trying to hop out of my arms is what is happening, is what I'm talking about.
Well, I'm sorry. Do you want parts of you sucked in when they're collecting pollutants?
Are you calling me polluted? I see, it might honestly help me a bit.
Why can't I hold all these Shaymin? Oh gosh.
Riley wants to have all the headshots.
I want all of these Shaymin. I love them all.
Lizard would be so jealous. I'm glad Lizard isn't here.
Lizard's like, I am the only one who gets held by this Riolu. This is my premium space.
Yeah. I'm just imagining, like, Riley trying to hold, like, 5 or 6 Shaymin in his arms and going, why can't I hold all these Shaymin?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Small friends.
And just before the Shaymin is about to hit the muck pool, there's a flash of light. It's not a gradual process, and when the light recedes, you can see the Shaymin is lying on the ground, obviously exhausted. But for one, Brooke, you don't feel sick/poisoned anymore. 2, the surrounding foliage has returned to a more normal state, including Ralph's root, which looks more normal inside, albeit still broken. But now, sort of wobbling and drawing itself up into this large mass is an angry-looking muck. The one remnant of the corruption in this area that has refused to be purified.
Listen, not noises like.
Look, if you want gross noises, just stick a microphone, like, in someone's mouth.
Is the muck basically focused up towards the Shaymin right now?
It is. Guess what? We're going to end this by having you all roll initiative.
Oh, okay.
Nice.
Can I get between the muck and the Shaymin first?
Sure.
Just gonna put it back there.
I forget how initiative works.
I like how we're not all freeing things today. It's great. Let's see.
That's survival alert, is it not?
Oh, is it?
Maybe I should.
So.
It's 1d6 plus a certain score.
Oh, that's right.
Oh yes.
1d6 plus
around.
what?
Hold on.
Initiative, right? Also, what's initiative affected by? Dex, right?
There's survival alert. I'm pretty sure it's what it is.
No, like, what is your initiative number affected by?
No,
Dex
'cause
survival alert.
Remember, initiative is weird. It's a d6 plus whatever that combination is.
So, I have a 5 dexterity or initiative then, don't I? Because mine's initiative's a 2.
Have you been updating that side thing at all?
I know you
Probably.
haven't been.
Probably
you
not.
haven't been doing.
I thought it was Dex equals initiative. If it was Dex survival, then yeah, I haven't been updated. In that case, I have a 5. What does everybody else have?
It is not just Dex. I have a 5.
Okay. So in that case, Brooke has a 5.
Yes. No?
Brooke has a 4. Where are you getting
Yeah,
5?
Brooke
It
has
says
a
4
4.
on his sheet.
Okay. What is that? What is initiative determined by again?
Dex survival alert. He doesn't have.
Oh,
alert.
I'm sorry. I thought I was looking at fight. My bad. I'm stupid. Okay. So
Anyway,
I'm just gonna look at.
I've got a
everything
sword to
real
settle
fast.
with this muck. It tried to eat me.
Okay, now I'm starting to understand. Yeah, no, I haven't. So for every single encounter, I've never been applying my survival. Just to FYI. Also, Ralph, you're. No, that makes sense. Well, so it's a 1d6 plus 3. Okay. I should probably write that.
May I read Brooke's reaction now?
Yes, you can.
Sorry, I've been trying to read it for like the past 3 minutes. Brooke blinks, looking around. Whoa. He sees the muck and shouts, "Team cheer! Battle stations!" Okay. So we have a 9, a 3, and 2 10s. Or a 9, a 5, and 2 10s. Now I need to do the muck. You guys have only been encountering mucks, by the way. There's a bunch of other neat enemies. It's just I keep rolling muck.
They're not Appletons.
So likes to land it, in other words.
Yeah, no,
Yeah,
it
pretty
happens.
much.
Yeah.
I'm gonna stop putting, like... I'm gonna stop putting enemies on 6. I'm gonna make 6 a reroll, and then it's extras.
Then you're only gonna be getting like 5s.
Also, I'm a little salty. For fucking... Why did you guys not tell me about initiative before?
We've told you many times.
Like, I've been rolling 2s for that reason. Over and over
This
again.
is not the first time this has come up.
This is literally the first time I remember ever hearing survival as a part of it.
It was never not a question whether it was survival. The question whether it was Dex or Insight.
That's why I was so focused on it, because that was that's where the question lied. So I was like, oh, it's either Dex or Insight. Okay, it's Dex. All right, it's Dex. I didn't know it was Dex plus something.
Maybe you should read the rulebook.
That's hard.
Well, I mean, let's be fair. I'm the person who said I don't remember how it works.
Have you read the rulebook?
Not recently.
So Tucker is suddenly
no
like
problem.
2.5 times as fast now for initiative stuff.
2.5 times is away.
So that's good.
Yes. So we're going to end this here, with you all at your battle stations. That way we can just pick up at the start.
Okay.
Yes, this muck is trying to eat this Shaymin, and for this it must perish.
Is Shaymin on the list?
Shaymin's like sleeping. Leave Shaymin out of this. Shaymin's tired.
Shaymin should probably be defended at this point. Yeah.
Shaymin is tired. I will protect this Shaymin. And nothing is touching this Shaymin as long as I am alive. Stay back, you poisonous blob. I will punch you to death if I need to.
Well, that was fun.
Shaymin has no initiative. That doesn't mean it's not a target.
It is probably a target, though, so protect it.
It's got to go through me.
Now it has an initiative right at the bottom where it belongs.
Fair enough.
Non-combatant. Okay.
Well, same here, Kyrio.
Thank you all for the game. Also, I'm going to count
Thank you.
the
Oh, yeah.
the apple encounter as well as the original encounter with the first muck puddle as combats. So Riley, you get 2 experience off the bat from that
Oh,
because of the lucky egg.
thank you, Egg.
Egg.
Think of all the XP Liz is gonna have as soon as we give him this forcefully, when we remember to do it when we see him next.
Oh, Key did more art. I should probably post that. Oh, you did a lot more art. I just didn't see it. Okay.
2 more experience all around for everybody because session.
Yes.
I'm posting new art, by the way. So keep an eye out. So how much experience? Oh, that picture, right.
2 more experience all around because of the session. Ralph. You get an extra experience point for playing to your character and actually being brave enough to consume the poison fruit.
I think brave is the wrong word to use, but okay.
Brave.
Did you say 2? I'm sorry, I keep missing it.
You are getting 2 experience.
Okay. Any additional experience?
Such behavior.
He got an XP for KOing somebody at the arena by running them over. Karserus is rewarding all of his bad behavior, and this upsets me. Stop it.
Does Tucker get an additional experience for, like, being helpful? I don't know.
The gods are amused.
The gods are amused.
I will give an extra experience point to...
I mean, Tucker did help Brooke cross thing, and then also helped Riley not get bit, and then, you know...
Yes. Extra experience point to Tucker. I was debating whether I should give it to Tucker or Brooke, but Tucker.
Tucker is using Dark Pulse very effectively this last session.
And don't get any bonus XP for not allowing her to eat the Appleton.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, go ahead and take your extra obligatory DM amusement experience point.
Only if you're golfing. Only if you hole in one that Appleton you golfed out.
We don't know where it landed. We'll have to find out later.
You know that Appleton's going to be coming back later, right?
He's gonna be fully evolved and pissed.
Appleton is a fully evolved form.
Is it?
Yes, Applin is the pre-evolved form.
Oh. Either way, it's gonna be coming back. It's gonna be pissed.
Is it?
It's gonna Gigantamax.
Hold on a sec. Oh, Appleton is... Wait. But they don't look like apples. How did we get confused by these?
I think I was calling them the wrong thing the whole time.
Well, see, it is an Appleton. It is an Appleton tree. They were hanging from the tree. I even said that Tucker even thought he could see the pie lattice on top.
Oh.
Ah.
Oh, so it looked like... I'm confused. I'm still confused how this tricked us, because it doesn't... Appleton could totally fool me for an apple. Appleton? Not so much.
Looks like a pie.
It was described as a pie earlier. Oh, okay, that was just a really weird... Well, I guess Tucker's reaction was still appropriate. Like, what the fuck? It wasn't a tree, so what the hell?
Also, corrupted forest and predatory ambush prey.
We're calling it prey. Oh god.
Yes, ambush prey. Of the worst kind. The kind that kills you.
Fair enough. Actually, I could see an Appleton kind of being looking like a weird apple if it decided to tuck its head, perhaps. Which is probably what it was doing at first. Like a really... how big are they?
Pretty sizable. Anyway,
okay,
look at it.
well, I'm bringing that up because when Tucker got hit on the head with one, I was also just thinking to myself, did that cause damage?
Well, I rolled for it.
Oh,
it
wait.
Didn't do any damage.
Wait, they're only 1'4" tall. They're not that big at all, actually.
Yeah.
I thought these were, like, proper fucking dragons.
No.
Oh, I thought these guys were big.
No, they're small.
I had no idea they were that small. Okay. I thought they were like, oh, this is like, here's a Dragonite, here's an Appleton, you know, kind of that sort of thing. Huh.
I'm going to bed.
I never
Good
guessed.
night.
Good night to you, dear. They're just apples. Fair enough. I think Flapple's the same way, right?
Yeah.
Not a very big guy.
I don't like Flapple.
You know?
Flapple looks too much like a worm.
I mean, that's kind of the idea, probably, but...
Yeah.
I'm glad they're small, because otherwise I think Tucker would have been squished if I had been going off of... See, that's why I thought it was an Appleton, because I didn't realize or an Applin, because I didn't realize Appleton could actually be... It literally has ton in its name. I thought it was big. My head cannon's broken. It's fine. Also, see you later, Kyrio. He's probably already gone. That's okay. There's one more picture to show off, though.
Oh, there is?
There is. You can go see it in the fan content since you left the...
Or I can watch the stream.
Wait. Is that really called Vor Averted? Okay. I just realized the picture title for this muck picture for some reason is Vor Averted. Okay. I mean, granted, yeah, that's kind of what almost happened. Okay, here's the other picture, though. A little something that was being worked on. By Key for a while. We were discussing it.
Oh, goodness. That's really well done, Key.
See, there was a lot of discussion about how Tucker could gender bend, so... To be fair, Pokemon are not exceptionally, like, you know, leaning towards one gender a lot of times. So there was a discussion of how Tucker could very easily be mistaken for a girl. So, this was drawn. This is really cute.
Selena's really happy.
Oh, Selena, holy shit. Selena, don't explode, please. But yes, very cute. I like it a lot. You did a very good job with that, Key. I mean, if Tucker wants to paint his nails, he can go for it. I don't mind. It's kind of cute. We'll see what happens in the future.
Who knows?
Maybe
sometime after this, Tucker might get mailed a flower hairpin.
Ooh.
By the Shaymin.
Aww! That would be awesome. They know how to wear flowers nicely. Like, they look good with them. They know a good flower for hair. Alright. Let me save the table on this picture, because why not?
Alright, I'm going to go for the night. Thank you very much for the game and for bearing with my distractedness this time.
Well, thank you for bearing with the late start due to my anxiety. I'm glad everybody was willing to go an extra hour for that reason. Makes it feel a bit better.
Have a good night.
Good night to you, Car.
Yeah.
Alright, you know what time it is, Tubby?
I'm gonna,
Actually, Tubby,
yeah, I'm gonna be honest, I almost. Huh?
Well, anything you want to say before we close out?
Not really.
Okay.
I will say I legit almost I would have been late if we had started on time. Like, I was thinking it was Tuesday until I realized, wait a minute, today's my Pokerole week. I better check if it's.
That's fair. You did the usual Tubby derp. That's fine. I mean, yeah, it was kind of a rough start today. I literally shot out of bed just in a ball of anxiety because of the fact that I learned that one of my accounts got hacked into, my email Outlook, my Outlook email. It's not my main email, but having that hacked into is not good. So it's all fixed up now, but it did make me late to fix it up. So
yeah. I went and gave myself 2-step authentication.
Always do that. I'm disappointed that Yahoo Mail. I went to my Yahoo Mail. Resecured that with a new password too. Yahoo does not have 2FA though, so that's kind of lame. But oh well. In any case, you guys all have a good night, and I will see you guys on Friday for... Well, gee, probably a howler for an hour, because I got some games for that. So we'll probably do a howler on Fridays. Watch out for that. But in any case, yes. Tubby, would you like to do the honors?
Alright. Boing.
Boing. There it goes. It's weird how far the objects fall before they disappear. It's like, clearly this goes down very far, actually.
Sometimes we mess about with the zero gravity and stuff, and they also go quite high before they don't know what to do.
Oh gosh, I forgot you can mess with gravity. All right. Well, good night to you, Tubby.
See you around.
And good night to you guys, streamgoers. I hope you all have a good night and a good weekend. Or, well, it's not the weekend. It's my weekend slightly. It's Thursday is. But I will see you guys on Friday for some Howler. Till then, take it easy.